choice for the good of you, but not the one you make. One worth dying for if you saw her shake, shake, shake. We can feel the flow underneath our feet. I am listening. We can feel the flow underneath our feet. You are glistening. We can feel the flow underneath our feet. I am listening. We can feel the flow underneath our feet. This might be it for you. Run through the fire.
Hey, how's everybody today? Great to see everybody in here. Wait for this to switch over here. Glad to see everybody. Be ready. Thanks so much. Helping your channel. That is awesome. Thank you. Good to see everybody in here tonight. Whoop whoop, Raid, Justin, Raid, that is cool. Alright guys, tonight is going to be really interesting. You're going to want to share this out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way in and share it out. We have an update and some news of what happens when you call the hospital and you start to talk to them about COVID-19. We did it today and it was surprising of what we found out. So we're going to go through that tonight with some of the other stuff that's been going on here. You can't even see me, I can see you. Hello Quebec, did you get your stuff set up? I did send you a message. If you'd like some help, we can get in a Zoom room on your phone or something and I can help you set up so you can go live. So let's see who we got all in here. We got Colin Fowler's in here. Justin, Trail Travis, glad you can make it. Blake, Fox, Donald Morris, John's Travels, Be Ready. Carolyn is in the house again. This is awesome. Grace Martin, good to see ya. Yeah, Fox, we are starting to feel better. It's still just the cold and the sneezing and stuff like that. That's what's going on now. But so far, so good. You guys, let me know if that music is too loud. I do want to tell you guys when we woke up this morning, and since we have nothing else going on today, and it's been very boring around here, I have behind me is the John Hopkins COVID-19 map. When we got up this morning, we were sitting at 5,700 cases in the U.S. and right now we are at 6,423 cases, so it definitely jumped up today. Like I said, you guys can go check that out. I will put the link in the chat so you can pull it up, see it for yourself. Yo, what's up, Justin? Good to see you. It's a bit loud, Mark. All right, I can turn it down. So like I said, we did call our local hospital. Quebec, yeah, that's what I said. Go check that message, and if you want, we can hook up on Zoom, and I can show you how to set it all up. And you can do Zoom on your phone, so if you email me, and then I can email you the Zoom room. Mitchell, hey buddy, how's it going? And Forerunner, good to see you. There, we turned down the music. So the news today is, like I said, you guys share this out. This is happening across the United States. if you look at and call your local hospital, they will have a COVID-19 hotline. If you call that number, you will get a nurse, and there's some steps that they take, and then if they deem that it is necessary, then you will go to the triage. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, and we're going to be talking about some of the closings, some of the other things that are going on right now. So once we get a couple more people in here, so that, because I know people will be interested in that, because I'm guessing from what I've heard today, this is happening all around, with just not here in Wisconsin, but other places. The hospitals are doing the same thing, and it's kind of funny because it goes against what Mr. Trump was saying. Grace, yeah, we did. They helped a little bit throughout the evening, but I actually cracked the door, main outside door going out to one of the decks, and I think the fresh air actually helped a lot too. Josh, good to see you. I'm gonna pop this chat out here so I can see what's going on. Supposedly 7 cases in here in Oklahoma, Mitchell. Yeah, that's like I tell you, this is really kind of interesting what they told me, and it went totally against what Trump has been saying on all his news conferences. So what's up with that? Really makes me kind of wonder. So let's get into it. So anyway, I did call them today. There is a hotline to get our local Aspirus hospital. And what happened is I talked to a nurse who asked me a lot of questions, a lot of things that I didn't actually. One of the 12 symptoms was rash and itchiness of the body. That I didn't have. And so she wrote all my information down, asked me if I had fevers, how high my fevers were, asked me if I had cough, if I had shortness of breath. She asked me if the sweating, diarrhea, vomiting, extreme bad headaches. She listed everything off exactly to the T. So then when I told her that everybody in the house now has been sick for 2 weeks, she says, well, we're going to send you over to the triage nurse and we're going to have you talk to her. So I sat there for a good half hour listening to the waiting bell, and she told me that there was going to be a wait. So now the triage nurse gets there and she starts through the same exact questions. And she told me right up front that some of these questions are going to be asked that you've probably already been asked. So we get there and we get to the fevers, and we said we haven't had any fevers. Our last fever was Friday afternoon. And everything cut right there. She says that you need to self-quarantine yourself, but right now you do not need to be seen in a hospital. In other words, they don't want you there. Now that goes against everything that Trump said, because Trump said anybody that wants the test can get a test. But that's not what the clinics and the hospitals are doing. At least here. Which I thought was kind of strange. So that was kind of surprising. The other thing that, if you guys haven't noticed, is that in the house right now, there is a bill being crossed to send money to every single adult in the U.S. to help with shortage of money. So if you guys didn't know that, that bill is being passed with another bill in the process about if you are being held home to get leave of pay. So them are some of the bills that are getting passed through the House as we speak. Mitch McConnell was talking about that they were staying there until they could get that all done. Yeah, Quebec, it is coming all over, and you guys are going to see it like I just showed you. There's a huge spike going on right now. We started today at 5,700 and we're at 6,423 right now. Canada right now is saying there's 478 cases. And like I said, guys, you can go and check this out on John Hopkins. Here's the map. You can see it all, and it updates every half hour, which is kind of nice. Yep, grant $1,000 per individual. Yep. That's the one bill, and the other one is to help people that are quarantined to get a leave of absence, a leave of pay. But what I'm starting to wonder now is the mandate here through Wisconsin said we can't have any more than 50, but the federal mandate was saying no more than 10. So when you go to work and your employment has more than 50 people at your business, what are they going to do? I heard the same thing too, Travis, that the Kroger's, all these stores are going to be shutting down early. Yes, Donald, per adult. Yes, Josh, it's just for adults. So I mean, it'll give you $1,000 in your pocket, so it'll help somewhat. But now they're talking too that they're not expecting to see. It's 10 now, yeah. Trail trash. That's what I heard too from the federal government. It is 10, but here in Wisconsin they're still saying 50. So, hey Sybil, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So it'll help somewhat for those people that want to go and do some stuff. $1,000 in your pocket is it's $1,000 in your pocket. So that's some of the things that we have found out. But I thought it was really interesting that the hospitals didn't want us there. They didn't even want us to come in. Told us to stay home. And my thought on this whole thing is, how can the numbers be right if people are asking to come in to get tested? The triage nurses say, no, you stay home and self-quarantine. They're not showing exact numbers. That's screwing up the numbers, in my eyes. Forerunner, yeah. You got 10 in Washington there, Demes. Hey Tyler, how you feeling, buddy? Good to see you. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they wanted. They were very interested in my conversation until they found out that we didn't have any. The fevers were gone already. Then that's, you just stay home and self-quarantine. Hey Dylan, good to see you, buddy. Oil Patch Survival, good to see you. So they just wanted us to stay home, self-quarantine, don't go out and with people, but at the same time, you can't have a test. So I'm hoping that people, it's different in other areas. I know my aunt is down in Alabama, and they said they have the drive-through testing already set up. And everything is going good there. I'm thinking that's because we're way too small of a community here to even have that option. The good news is the school systems here, even though they're closed, the children that have reduced or free lunch at the schools can show up at the door at between 10 and 1 and pick up a breakfast and lunch meal to go. They can't eat it on campus. They got to leave, but they can go there and get their lunch. That was kind of kind of a weird thing, I would say. Well, the other thing I was going to read to you guys is that YouTube, if you guys haven't been on your YouTube studio today, I'll see if they'll send me the messages again here. This is from YouTube. It says, important notice, due to the COVID-19, we will conduct fewer human reviews to protect the health of our extended workforce. Unfortunately, as a result, we may remove content that does not violate our community guidelines. Huh. So let's go click on learn more here. Making your own hand sanitizer there, Mikey? We're just using the old bleach and water, so it's a 1 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water solution with spraying everything. That will kill most of everything. Wow, littering toilet paper. That still just blows my mind how people are just wasting. Hey, Farmall, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? So if you guys haven't know that, YouTube is protecting their employees. So therefore, if you do make a video and it gets demonetized or does not hit community guidelines, you can get a strike, and they're warning you up front about that. You guys can go see this in your YouTube Studio Beta. That's a big message across the top. Colin, on denatured alcohol? It's alcohol. I'm sure it would. Your hands would get dried out real quick. So, Carla, and friends is here in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. So if you got, I mean, back in the day, we used gasoline, we used diesel fuel, we used all kinds of stuff to wash your hands. So I thought that was kind of funny too, that they're shutting down. Apple's have shut down. A lot of different communities are shutting down. Exactly, Farmall. You know, that just goes to show you, you say it exactly perfect. That they could send people home just like everybody else did and sit on their computer and review them, and most of those people are probably already doing that. So I don't understand that. I don't know about anybody else, but as far as what we're seeing here, all of our videos that we're doing that has to talk with COVID-19 is getting little to no ads or getting demonetized right off the bat. And even if I do a manual review, they're rejecting it. So they don't want us talking about it. Yeah, you can do a lot of different stuff, guys. So there's a lot of hands. You can, like we said, a cup of bleach and gallon of water makes a nice cleaner. Josh says Tulsa closed all bars and restaurant. Dine is not allowed. They're doing the same thing here. They're closing all of the shops, and if going through drive-through only. So they're trying to really and did you guys see, I don't know, obviously because we're quarantined and nothing better to do, I'm watching a lot of news. If you guys haven't been watching those news conferences on Fox News and some other ones, they're really separating the people that are in the audience there. And the last one that I saw with the Department of Defense, and that was also a cool one because the military is getting activated. Yeah, Homestead, that is exactly what we need to do. Is you don't need to hoard the stuff. You don't need to go buy 80 cases of toilet paper and 3 cases of hand sanitizer. And then what these guys are doing is they're turning around and they're selling it on eBay and jacking the prices up. It's just crazy. And they're, like they say, one rotten apple in a bushel, the whole bushel goes bad. And that's what's going to happen, is they're just going to put the brakes on everything, and it's going to screw it up. Yeah, we got all public libraries are done, restaurants are done. Some of the local gas stations are shutting their doors and just leaving the pumps on, pay at the pump. Kind of a catch-22 on all that stuff as much as possible, I guess. So as of right now, the total count confirmed cases is 197,185. And that's worldwide. Actually, Sibilat bleach tablets are pretty good too, because we got them for the pool from last year. And we've got a bunch of pool bleach. So if it comes down to it, I got a lot of bleach. Yeah, Forerunner there. Right now, that is correct. It's just for the activating for hospitals and helping in places of need. Yep, Grace. That's how it works. So, you know, you guys, I want to thank all those people that have been supporting our channel with super chats this last month. That is helping tremendously, because everything that we talk about, and it doesn't matter if I change the picture or not, they're just knocking her down. Yeah, Colin, it does. It 102 deaths in the U.S. I think you're right. We can, like I said, I can post you the link from Johns Hopkins. Right now they're saying there's 108 deaths in the U.S. Here's a link to the map. You guys can go and click on this and you can actually see it for yourself. It's a world 111. Yeah, it's weird. And the funny thing is the CDC is way behind with theirs. It takes them a little bit to catch up, but so right now I think the most accurate one, if there is one, would be the Johns Hopkins. And I can guarantee you that if you guys remember this number is 6,423 confirmed cases in the U.S. You go check that out by morning. That is definitely going to change. Tyler says all of the restaurants are closed now. Yeah, it's going to get worse, guys, and they're talking that the peak isn't supposed to be sometime May, June, July, somewhere in there. So definitely strange, like I said. And then when you talk to the people at the hospital that are supposed to be helping you, they don't want nothing to do with it. I think they are just as scared, coming in contact. Do they have the right equipment? Do they have the right PPE to fight against that? Them are some of the questions that I know. I think it was the New York mayor, or I don't remember which one it was, but said they only got half of the PPE that they ordered for this. So I don't know if everybody put in their 2 cents and they just sent out, this is what you're getting. I don't know. Now look, Herb has hired extra security and put up some signs up saying only 2 items or something per customer. People are, yeah, they are oil patch. Everywhere is crazy. Anybody that I've talked to, hey Carolyn, thank you so much for $10 super chat. That is awesome. Everybody that I've talked to, and I've been talking to a lot of people, the phone has been going off. You guys can hear it in the background beeping. I've got people sending us information from all over the place of where they're at and how things are actually doing in their area. And everybody is saying that, they can't keep their stores full. We had Brother John was in here last night. He works at Walmart. They can't keep the stores packed. They can't keep them full. Now, if you understand how the store works, it's set up as a pull system. So you get a loaf of bread, you check that loaf of bread out at the checkout. That loaf of bread is then sent to the distribution center, and another loaf of bread is put on the truck. That's how a pull system is supposed to work. So how come it's not working? That's the question that everybody needs to be asking is, why are the shelves are being, it doesn't matter if somebody comes in there and takes 30 loaves of bread. As soon as they get scanned out, there's supposed to be 30 loaves going back on the truck. So Fox works at a store. Why is that working that way? Colin says there's only 6 of us in our big warehouse. Dollar Tree Growler. Hey man, I'm in Green Bay. Well, thank you so much for coming in here and good to see you. How is it going in Green Bay? Is it nuts in the city? I'm supposed to be going to Green Bay at the end of March, early part of April. Well, there you go, buddy. Us cheeseheads got to stick together. Cool. So I'm supposed to be heading down there, like I said, end of March, first part of April to check. My cousin has recently bought a house down there and he wants me to come and set up and look at a garden system and plant some trees and stuff down there. So hopefully we can make it down there. Wow, Carolyn, you ordered them yesterday and you can't pick them up until Sunday afternoon? That is keep food on the shelves. Everything comes in on a truck, but the drivers are as nervous about delivering just like everyone else is nervous about being in contact. I figured that. I really did. And I'm wondering there, Fox, when the drivers are going to pull a pin and say enough is enough. I know I've got a couple friends that are very kind of nervous and they're driving truck about what's going on. So All the bakeries are running 24/7 to keep up with the demand for bread and products. Then you have the shipping time frame. Well, Fox, you know so much about this. You want to come up on the panel? I'll bring you in on Zoom. Yeah, Colin, we're getting low on bread too. We gotta start making some bread. You guys, if you are looking for ammunition, there's a website called Cheaper Than Dirt, and you can get whatever you want. Just make sure it is from the same area, because there's multiple places for it, and so it's going to ask you A, B, or C location. So if you've got like 7.62 or 226 or any of those 22 ammunition, and they're from different sites, you're going to get charged shipping for different areas. So make sure you find them and group them all together. But go check out Cheaper Than Dirt. Find a lot of stuff there. Let me up there. All right, buddy. So all you got to do is go into the Zoom meeting, Fox, and just click on it says join meeting and find my name there. Zoom room's open, bud. And there's Chelsea. Boom, there he is. All right, so now I got to bring Chelsea in here. So we're going to flip over here. You hear me, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're going to bring up the Zoom room here, guys, and then I'm just going to throw in a camera.
Hopefully y'all can hear me. Throw some light up in here.
You got to shut down. There we go. All right, guys. There's Chelsea.
All right, I forgot to mute my YouTube side.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, since you're the update on this whole store issue problem, there's a lot of people out there that are wondering, number one, why are the shelves bare, especially when the store has that push-pull kind of a system. So maybe you can shed some light on the whole situation here to help people understand, because I know I've been talking to a couple truck drivers too that are a little bit nervous about getting backed in there and getting anything. So,
all right, so well, basically, first off, I actually don't work in a warehouse or a store anymore. I used to work for Sara Lee a couple years back before they got bought out by Bimbo. So I work for a pizza company, basically. And then the new location we moved to is shared space with 2 other restaurants and 3 bars. But, sorry, Colin. My audio is probably being weird right now.
Here, I just turned them. I just probably turned them up. So if you go into on Zoom there and going on to your audio settings, and remember how I showed you, you click on a little arrow up, and then turn off that automatically adjust volume and turn your volume all the way up.
And my volume's pretty much already maxed out. It could just be my things being weird today.
You guys hear him better now? Colin, can you hear him?
So I'm using my let's do nope, save the system microphone.
Yeah, you gotta crank that volume all the way up on your.
I got it maxed out right now.
Oh.
Could just be my volume's just being funny today, just because it wants to be all weird. Anyways, the reason why they're having a hard time getting a show, one is the drives. 2 is not every state has a production plant for bread. I know for like 4 different states, they had one production plant, and that was in Colorado. When I was working there for the Sara Lee, that delivered to Raton, Wyoming, Utah, and Arizona. So that was one production plant making all that bread for 4 different states. And then what happens when those go to specified warehouses, and then those warehouses get shipped out on little trucks, and those little trucks are usually what goes to some of the smaller locations. You'll still get your big loads for most trucks, but again, that's going to come from a secondary warehouse. If you're not getting the truck drivers because of this viral thing, you're not going to get enough shipments out. One truck shipment is usually good for about 2 days worth of food in a big shop, especially like Walmart. You'll still get your big loads for most trucks, but if you're on Echo Mark, secondary warehouse.
Yeah, I'm trying to, ever since they did the update on this, for some reason, now people are saying that you're tinny, so I'm going to switch this over again and come back in with, I don't know why it's doing that.
Who knows?
So let's try this once. We're going to bring you up on this other one here. And then you got, let's see if you guys can hear them better now.
Assuming everybody can hear me. I don't know. There shouldn't have been any changes on the system.
No, I'm just thinking that some of these sets are goofy. Like the other day, people couldn't hear me because I haven't used those sets in a long time. And when Streamlabs did its update, I think something got messed up, and I haven't had time to switch it around and check it out.
I got you.
Guys, can you hear him better?
Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me. Throw a thumbs up if you can hear me better. Throw a thumbs down if my audio sucks. Echo could be on my side.
Let me go and
see here.
let's see if this makes a difference. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. All right, Chelsea, see if start talking.
No way, man. I want to sit here in silence and just enjoy my comfort. Just kidding.
You guys hearing better now? And did that echo tinny sound go away?
Oh, I thought they were saying that I sounded tiny. But I guess that would only be with one N. But yeah. So that's as I was saying, the main reason why we can't keep the shelves stocked is because one, drivers. If you don't have enough drivers willing to work through all of this, your shipment delays are going to be ridiculous. And you got to figure some of these shipments run anywhere between 4 to 8 hours in between shipment runs. And even then, with that, even if you have enough drivers, at the rate people are just panic buying everything, you're not going to get the store stocked fast enough.
That's just screwy how they're doing it, and that you'd think that people would be wise and know that there's no reason to panic buy. So Homesteader Everett says no echo now. Sounds fine. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Much better. All right. I like that. I don't know. Some reason, sometimes they get issues, I guess.
Systems get bogged down. But yeah, that's the main reason why we're having an issue getting all these shelves stocked. One, everybody's panic buying everything for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's as if though they figure the entire grid is going to go down for the next month, so they're panic buying everything. My stores over here, even my Walmart, completely out of flour, completely out of sugar,
out of eggs, out of milk. There's actually now a line to get toilet paper. Shockingly, the store actually had like a pallet and a half of water. So they're getting water in. They had a ton of toilet paper, but they're limiting everybody to like 1 or 2 packs of toilet paper.
Wow.
Same with water, because everybody's panic buying everything. So when you get one person panic buying everything, everybody else starts panic buying the same stuff. That's the reason why we're out of hand sanitizer. Everyone's freaking out over that, so they're buying cases at a time of hand sanitizer.
Hey, busy little house, thanks for coming in here and stopping in here. And Quebec, if you want to come up into the Zoom, I did send you my email. You can send me your email and I will, or reply to my email and I will send you the link and you can pop in here and chat from the Canadian side of things if you want to.
Yeah, Sybil, that's actually correct. Most large chain stores will only have about a 3, maybe 4-day food supply, even in the back stock. And majority of that's going to be dried and canned goods. So things like cereal, oatmeal, granola bars, stuff like that, which you'll notice nobody's buying all of that stuff. You can walk in there and buy like 10 cases of granola bars, and that stuff will probably still be there the next day.
Guys, if you are, I just seen Carolyn talked about that they're out of beef and chicken.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't checked it out, the butcher box, you can buy beef, chicken, pork, and salmon online.
Well, keep in mind on that one, Mark, they do send that stuff from wherever they send it to your house, but the problem is they still have to get their shipments from somewhere.
Yeah.
If the butchers are running out of that stuff, it's going to make it hard to get those shipments out. And sorry for the crazy hair. This side just does not want to stay back. It just keeps flopping over like wings. It's all,
I just thought that was your normal.
No, I don't know. This side never does it, but this side over here always like flops down like a broken pigeon wing. It drives me nuts.
There you go, Quebec. I just put it in the chat there. You can copy that down and then send me a link or send me an email, and I will send you an invitation, and you can come in right on your phone.
There, I'll just put my hat on.
Grace Martin, it's good to see you. I don't know if I caught you when you came in here. Glad you stopped in here.
Oh, the weird thing is Kleenex too. Like even Kleenex, I don't know why everyone's hoarding Kleenex. I mean, you can go through like 4 Kleenex just wiping your butt one time.
Well, it's just so that you can, when you blow your nose, you got to have all that stuff.
Man, you know what? Surprisingly, the best thing to blow your nose on, because they're washable, are
It's
these damn things.
Yeah.
Those stupid little microfibers, man. I use these like all the time to blow as snot rags.
Hey,
Hold on, Tyler.
Here's Tyler. So now I got to
Wait for Tyler to close his YouTube side down.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, man, do microfibers, people. These things are soft. They don't destroy your nose, especially when they're brand new. They're super soft. And you can wash them every day or so. It's that simple. There's no need to hoard 75 boxes of Kleenex.
I have to find my
Oh yeah, oil patch. That's because the Kleenex has a little bit of oil in it, so it doesn't like rough up your. So basically, so you don't blow your nose with sandpaper. Oh, you know what? I should check my local RV place to see if they have the toilet paper. But I'm pretty sure those things are stocked out too.
Good to see everyone. Yeah, so one thing to kind of remember too when it gets to be in desperate times, like me and Colin found out, some of the campground areas, if it comes to that situation as emergency, they do have toilet paper in their restrooms and in their facilities. I imagine any kind of like rest stop area or something like that.
I heard that they were going to close rest stops, and truck drivers were actually yelling and screaming because of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really depends on where you're going. I know a lot of truck stops or rest stops from New Mexico to Colorado. There's actually about 6 of them going up through there both ways. Like 6 on the way up and 6 on the way down. They're actually really nice.
What does everyone say about
One of them
time?
actually burned to the ground, and so they had to rebuild it because some a-hole set it on fire.
That's all right, Quebec. Well, that's a good lesson for you to come up now and get your feet wet for your side, so you're not. Ask Tyler. Al. Tyler used to be afraid to do live streams and being on the panel, and now he's a pro.
Nah, I wouldn't say I'm a pro.
Nah, he still gets nervous.
Yeah, I still get nervous.
Me, I don't care. I've done webcam stuff before over years, so.
Well, see, that's the scary thing. When the trucks start stopping and trains stop, that's when it becomes very dangerous, because as they supply the stores and everything, that's when stuff's getting real bad. Last couple of days I've been going out by some of the train tracks and stuff, and living right next to a main highway. I checked the rest stops and stuff like that. Everything still seems to be flowing, and everyone still seems to be doing their own thing. But as of yesterday, they closed down all restaurants and bars. You can only get takeout now.
Oh.
Yeah, the crazy thing too, like your average person in these kind of situations, they go to Walmarts and stuff like that, and they go strictly to the food section. But what I've noticed with our Walmarts is that you got those people that are going into the camping aisle, and you can't find a Mountain House meal, a ready-to-eat quick meal anywhere on the shelves. So that's how you know. Yeah, exactly.
I got this one at my Walmart today. It was either this or like the chicken teriyaki one, and then something else. And I was just like, I'll take the last biscuits and gravy. But yeah, that thing, there was only like 5 Mountain House meals on the whole section.
Yeah, and that shows you that there's a lot of people that are thinking outside the box too when it comes to it. I mean, our shelves are getting empty. A few stores we have where you wouldn't be able to tell, like, there's a pandemic going around and stuff, but for your main stores like Walmart and Targets and stuff like that, it's being cleared out.
All right, guys. So Quebec is loading up Zoom as we speak right now. And Busy Little House has been pimping her to get her to come on here. So we will see Quebec on here in a little bit. And that'll be good, because then she can give us the lowdown over there in Canada and how things are going on there. And guys, if you haven't had or checked out Quebec, please go do. They got an awesome homestead going on there, and her and her husband and her children are working. Her fiance are working really hard on getting things set up over there. So they got a really good channel.
I'm missing so much here on the chat. I got my chat pulled up on my phone, and everyone's saying something about time. What does that mean?
Time?
Yeah, I don't know. Time's up on Tyler.
I think you're a little behind on way behind on chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, there you go, Quebec. Busy Little House says she's staying for you.
I see a bunch of things that say Tyler is awesome. Mainly because we did the probably because of the thing on the lives. But yeah, anyways, I don't know if you guys will have these in your local Walmart or not, because they actually moved from what they used to originally be. You could buy this.
Yep.
Yeah,
for
but
like
now
$20.
Yeah, go look on the back.
It used to be in the camping aisle.
Go look on the back of there and look at your calorie intake per package.
Oh, I know.
It would take.
Did you figure?
Fox, you'd have to eat that whole thing.
There's actually here's the count. I don't know if you guys will actually be able to see it, but because it's going to be all blurry. There you go.
Here, let me supersize that so people can see this.
160 calories, looks like, roughly in that range.
How come it won't? Oh, that's because I got too many people in it. It won't let me pin them.
There, I'll do it there.
There
There's
it
your
goes. Now I
calorie
can
count
see
for what
it.
everything is.
So it's all 160, 120. The cheesy powder is 50. The creamy chicken rice is at 240, so that'd be the one I'd be hitting at 2 pouches.
Yeah, and then 250. Well, the problem is it comes in a solid pack. Like I said, I got this for it was like $20, but they moved it. It originally was in the camping section with all the camping emergency food, but for some reason they decided to move these. So it's not in the camping section anymore. It's actually in the grocery aisle down like where you would find like the
Rice
oatmeal and all
beans.
that stuff.
Hey guys, we
Yeah,
got
it's
we
been on
got
one of
Rocco.
those. It's
Rocco,
weird.
thank you for coming in here, buddy. Passion for hunting and fishing, guys. You guys don't have him, please go and check him out. He is an awesome guy. Bear hunting, all kinds of cool stuff. So go check out Rocco, Passion for Hunting and Fishing.
Also, too, if you check in the automotive, I know it's a weird spot in Walmart, but if you check automotive, there is some of those 48-hour to 72-hour food kits there too as well. Our local Walmart had a few. I picked up one of them. There's, just thinking outside the box as far as that goes. But your main thing, what I can tell everyone that does, want to prepare and stock up, just in case, like I said, you can't go wrong with rice and beans, and it's super cheap. You can buy a 50-pound bag for fairly cheap, and it'll last you quite a long time. Go to the camping out in Walmart and buy those big 5-gallon jugs. They're big blue containers. They got a little sprocket on them. You can buy 3 or 4 of those, fill it up at home with your water that you have here, and then you can also buy a water purifier. Those are always good as well. Stuff like that where you're not spending a whole lot of money. Just to have some kind of a backup plan. So I would definitely recommend that.
This is another good one. Fairly cheap, or at least for when I got these. It's a 72-hour kit. Comes with 4 fairly decent-sized bags of food.
Right on.
Takes a ton of water to make them, but honestly, if you make one bag, depending on the size of your family or how many you have with you, one bag plus like a substitution, you can actually make a solid meal.
And if you do what I do, mine cost me 50 cents on a dollar to make.
Well, yeah, if you buy the stuff and then make it and then freeze dry it and stick it in a Ziploc bag and store it at home.
I Mylar all my stuff, so.
Yeah. That's what these ones are.
There was a website.
Oh, I'm missing a bag. Oh, I must have eaten 2 of
If
them.
you guys ever watched the Unashamed podcast with Phil Robertson,
Yeah, I watch
Jay's
that all.
Robertson,
Yeah, I watch that all the time.
I cannot think of the name of the company, but they always sponsor that company that has the those emergency kits, and they sell them. And I bought one about a year back. I think I still have it somewhere. But they send you it's really good, like home style cooked emergency meals that are really good. I would look into that company too. I just cannot think of it off the top of my head.
What is it? I think I know which one you're talking about. I always randomly see YouTube commercials for them.
Yeah.
All right, Quebec, I got your email, and I am going to send you the link, and I will. Here, you'll get it, and all you do is you click on that link, and it will bring you right into the Zoom room. So it's back at you.
Yeah, I got mine. This is my personal stash of rice. It's only 2 pounds, but I don't eat a lot of rice.
I actually I think I want to say it was probably 4 or 5 months ago. I bought 2 50-pound bags of rice that I put up in Mylar.
Yeah, that stuff won't go nowhere. As long as you got the O2 absorbers in there and then some desiccant packs for water absorption, those things will last for years.
Hell, that's right, Busy. Look out, Zoom room. The Canadians coming.
Oh, man. We're gonna hear a lot of A's in here tonight, boys.
Yay. Or a boot.
Oh my god, I was dying at work the other day because I work with Hispanics or well Mexicans and I was just thinking that Jose was a Canadian garden hose.
What?
I just not got it.
Jose is a Canadian garden hose.
Yeah, because it's Jose.
Jeez.
So yeah, I was dying on that one because I just think of some stupid shit at work sometimes, and I don't know, that one was just getting me.
Absolutely, Donald. Yeah, that's one of the things that you want to do. Is same thing with flour, guys. You want to stick your flour, rice, if you're getting it by bulk. You want to stick it in the freezer for 24 hours, and that will kill all the bugs that are in there.
Yeah, I don't have a freezer big enough to stick a 50-pound bag of flour in.
My freezer. Yeah, my freezer is big enough to put 4 deer in it.
Well, yeah, if you got one of those standalone, like, tank freezers.
I got 3 of them. Oh, Natural Gardener is spamming my area. I doubt that. Streamlabs?
You got to watch out for the emojis, people. Anything more than 2, Streamlabs will time you out.
she's been in here enough now, so she's a mod, or she's a moderator. She's blue. She don't have to worry about it.
I was thinking too, especially for those who have younger ones, little kids. I was thinking about doing
Here you go.
some videos where we could talk about like how to make homemade baby wipes and homemade diapers along those sort of lines. Because after me and Mark were talking, I could go out in the woods.
This is a homemade diaper.
Yeah, I can go out and survive, 4 or 5 months out in the woods by myself. But when I have to bring like my daughter along in case of a situation like that, that's a whole nother ball game. I mean,
So
it
now-
doesn't matter how strong I am and stuff like that when it comes to having her out there with me in some sort of emergency like that.
Quebec, you gotta use on your phone. You gotta allow the audio now.
Yeah, no, I understand that, Tyler. It's easier when you're by yourself because you don't have to worry about anyone but yourself. But yeah,
Right.
when you have somebody else out there, especially a young child, now
Yeah,
you have to worry
Whoa,
about
whoa.
your safety and health and theirs.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much for that super chat there, Passion.
Right on, Passion.
Rocco, thank you so much. We're gonna bring a Canadian up here as soon as she gets her audio there connected. Go on the bot. Are you using a laptop? Are you using your phone?
I think she's on her phone.
There she goes. She's connected now.
Yeah, when you have somebody
All
else out there,
right.
especially a young child, and make sure you close your YouTube side down, otherwise you'll still get YouTube audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're up here. You're live. You're in the YouTube land of things.
But I'm lagging on my screen though.
On your
it does that.
just watch your Zoom screen.
Yeah, you'll lag
Okay.
on the YouTube side like 30 seconds, but
Yeah.
the Zoom side is like dead on.
There we
Okay.
go. Busy.
I'm gonna try to set you up on my like tripod thingy. Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
I'm good. Hey, I don't say A.
That's
I
all
think
right.
it's
I'll make up for it. I say A all the time.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm not even from. Well, I'm close to Canada, but
He almost said Canada.
Canada.
Canadian. Well, I was born in California, so I mean, I sort of have an American accent.
That's a long jump.
Yeah, it is. I'm still lagging big time.
What made you make that leap?
Well, I was born over there, and oh my gosh, it's so weird on the screen. I'm way lagging.
Yeah, just watch the Zoom screen. It might be the.
All right.
It might be
Sorry
the
for that.
Canadian
It's a
thing.
weird show.
Yeah, no, just close your YouTube screen. You really don't need that one. Just use the Zoom.
Okay.
And Busy's just making fun of you in the chat anyway. You don't want to see that.
Hey, Karen, I love you. She's coming to my wedding.
There you go. And we got
Okay.
Rocco's in here too. So you got a couple Canadians in here.
Lady
Yeah,
T's
sweet.
getting coffee.
Awesome. Yeah, so I was born in California, And my parents got a divorce, and I lived in Vancouver for a long time. And then we moved here to Quebec when I was 8, and now I'm 31. So, I mean, that's how it went.
So your stores and your everything getting crazy in Canada now? Because I can see on the map that it's actually starting to come across the United States border into Canada, and you're starting to see more flare-ups of the virus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surrounded. We got like 20 minutes away on all like a big circle, and here we're just waiting. We're just like holding the fort. We're just waiting for it.
You guys still got a lot of snow too?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Canada, Mark. That'll snow until like July.
Hey, everybody down south from me are saying they got grass, and I'm telling them I still got feet of snow outside, and I'm expecting to get hit with another snowstorm here Thursday, Friday. So everybody south of me, has grass and it's 50, 60, and I'm up here and it's still 30. So
It's been 70, except for last weekend when I went out with Colin to go do our camping trip. It was like 30 degrees, snowing, sleeting, raining. We had like all 4 seasons within like an hour of being out there. Yeah.
I do gotta say though, I did like your video when you used your body to make yourself a path for your wheelbarrow to haul up the horse manure. That was kind of funny. I never thought
That's
of
my
doing
current
that.
temperature right now, and it's 8:30.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you're in New Mexico.
Yeah. It's been like this for the last like week and a half. It's starting to get warm. Once the sun comes out, even at this temperature, it feels like you're baking in an oven.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say hi to everybody here in the chat, I guess.
It is 27 degrees out right now.
I wish I was over there, Mark, because I'd be enjoying the cold air. I'd be out there on the porch with a beer.
Hey, the last time people came over here and said that they were going to enjoy my cold weather, they all went home and said they didn't like my weather.
Yeah, one of them almost died and was almost eaten by giant dogs.
Oops, you guys just saw my boyfriend walk by, didn't you?
Twice.
Oh, he's gone. It's really cold here. It's been like windy for like the past 3 days. I had to have the horses inside like almost full time.
I got to go and check see how my stove is going for wood too, because I had to bring in a bunch of wood because it's dropping down cold here. So, Corona loves cold. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the cold region is the last one it hit.
So guys, give Quebec here a huge welcome. This is her very first live stream, and we're trying to get her ready to go on her own.
Yeah, man, I'm sweating. I'm so nervous.
You get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It really isn't that bad. Once you get to, I mean, I say that, but like if I do a live stream by myself, like I keep it to like 20, 30 minutes because I get nervous.
It went
So,
very
Yeah.
but it just takes time. That's all it is. It just takes a little
Yeah, I guess so. Like I got my OBS and everything, and I was just not able to get any audio, and everything was just so messed up. So I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go get me a mic, and I'll be done with it.
We can help
Mark
you
had to
out.
walk me through for like a week and a half straight of like 5 hours each night, walking me through OBS and all that. It's frustrating, but once you get all your settings and everything gets saved, it's just
Yeah.
it's so easy, so easy.
Yeah, I can.
Travis, have a good night. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Don't get eaten by any alligators.
I will.
Yeah, I was telling
Quebec weekend after the live stream, if you're still on here, we can sit down with you and I can actually show you on here the actual settings that you need to set up OBS, get your audio hooked up right, and everything so you're ready to go. That's what I was trying to tell you in
Good leg right there.
when I left that
Yeah.
message.
Yeah, I didn't see that message. It's weird. Like I have this mic. Am I live? Do you see me live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's weird. Like I don't see myself live on the screen, but you guys see me live. So I have this mic, and it's just like not capturing it loud enough. So I have to talk right into it, and it really sucks. So
Take the filter off of it.
yeah, I took it off.
Yeah. Okay. Did you?
It's just because I went outside in the forest today, and I needed it because it was really bad.
What we can do is you can crank up your audio inputs on OBS to allow that to work.
All right.
Like
I'll change.
I can show you how to get in there and there's a bunch of settings that you got to do, like put your stream key in, which it can be a bear to find, and then put that in. There's that you got to do. There's all kinds of stuff that you have to set up before you can go. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a process, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna be up after this stream because it's pretty late here. I don't know what time is it over there.
9:41.
Yeah.
31 for me.
Yeah, well, just now that you have my email, you can just send me a message, and we can hook up and we can set you guys up so you guys get your live streaming capabilities, and then you got to pick which one you want to use. If you want to use the dreaded StreamYard, or if you want to use the quality Zoom.
All right. I guess I'm gonna have to see what my computer has to say about it too. So.
Yeah, I do not like StreamYard. I think that's but that's just my opinion.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do with your live streams. If you want to just go basic, fairly low tech, you can use StreamYard. But the way Mark runs all of his stuff, he runs through OBS and Streamlabs and Zoom, so
Yeah.
he likes the more technical side of this.
Well, I got rid of.
Yeah,
I had to get rid of my regular OBS when I got my Streamlabs, and then
Okay.
so OBS will work in StreamYard, but Streamlabs won't. And if you pay for their paid version, which is $25 a month, then you get all their extra things. Well, if you pay 19 or it's $15 a month for Zoom, I can live stream directly from Zoom to YouTube and Twitter, DLive, all of those in one shot.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm not monetized yet, and I don't have like money to put into that. So I guess I'm sort of staying low tech. But
Right.
I want to stand out too. You know, I want to have people on like you. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, you can actually use you can use Zoom free for 45 minutes. So if you're not going to do anything longer than a 45-minute stream, you can use Zoom and have a panel like we're doing and use your OBS, just like all it is a screen share.
All right.
And you can do exactly the same thing. Or if you want to go longer, you can use Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Or yeah, you can do it by yourself and use your OBS to go live, and you don't need it. But if you want a panel and have people up, then you need a third party. That's going to be either Zoom or StreamYard. And if you have a Logitech camera, Logitech just came out with their software that allows you to live stream and do everything right from them also. So you could do that too. Lady
That's
T, good to see you.
That's interesting. I'm totally coming back to watch this again. I didn't catch like all of it, but there's so much information. I'm gonna come back and watch this.
Well, like I said, just set up a time frame if it's better for you during the day, because right now, us being quarantined, we have a lot of free time. So if you want to do it during the day and set it up, we can do that, or on a weekend or whenever, we can get you up and rolling.
I'm on like the kids' schedule because it's just crazy. It's just crazy here.
Because I watch if you're watching the chat, how many guys in the chat right now would love to see Quebec go live and have a live stream? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see her. Blow that chat up with a 1, guys. Oh, there's Tyler's giving you. There's 2 of them right there. Absolutely.
So he's giving you an 11. He said
Out of 10?
1, Tyler, not 11.
Blow that chat up with a 1, and you get to see Quebec go live and do live streams.
Cool. Karen, no, I'm not starting yet. I'm starting this week.
Yeah, since I've been back, I've been shooting like a lot of videos and stuff. A lot of different type of videos than what I'm used to. One of them just being, like I said, me and Colin went out camping. I should have that video out sometime soon. And then I'm actually selling all my camera gear
So
tomorrow.
if you can see the chat there, you got a whole lot of 1s in there.
Definitely.
shoot.
Sybil, take care. Good having you tonight.
Good to see you, Sybil.
Be safe.
Mary, if I didn't say hi before, hello, Samson Farms. Hey, buddy. Nate, how's it going?
Hi, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm going to. I was going to tell you, Mark. I'm selling all my camera gear tomorrow. I
Really?
got all my batteries, all my cameras. I'm upgrading. I did that poll on my community tab because the biggest thing I was telling Colin the other day is I don't have a lot of time. I don't ever have really the time and the money to upgrade. So when I do, I have to see if it's going to be worth it, especially being a YouTube creator. And with the new changes on technology, like 4K, I know a lot of people can't watch 4K on their phones or tablets. It's mostly on TVs that people that have the 4K TVs. So I did that poll where I asked a lot of my subscribers who, how do they watch my videos? Is it on their phone? Is it on their tablet? On their TV? How is it? And I was thinking about originally just getting another camera that shoots like a full 1080p at like 60 frames, what I'm used to shooting. But I figured, since this is going to be the only time I'm going to be able to upgrade for like the next 5 or 6 years, I figured I might as well go ahead and jump into the whole 4K and get a camera like that. So I've been searching and looking. Like I said, I was talking with Justin. I called him the other day, and we were talking about that camera that I was looking at getting, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get that one. It's a little bit more pricier, but I think in the long haul it's going to last a lot better than the way my DSLR is now. So
Yeah, you've been having problems with that. I saw that on the.
it's been like the last 6-7 months I've been having issues with it getting cold, and it doesn't want to record. Like, it'll show that it's recording, but it won't. So yeah, it's so frustrating because a lot of stuff that I do, like building shelters or making fires, I'm not gonna take all that stuff back down just to shoot it on video again. And then when you're out there, it gets very discouraging. You don't want to record anymore, and it kind of ruins the whole vibe of your videos and your personality that you show on your camera, show on camera. So I think it's best to kind of take this chance now to do that upgrade.
Samson, if Nate, if you don't know anything about quail, or you know a little bit about quail, I'm gonna call BS on that one. This guy's got more quail than anybody. Hey, Freaky, good to see you.
Wasn't he part of the presidency? Well, not a president, but wasn't he way back in the day?
Who?
Dan Quayle? Busting out. I still think, Tyler, by the way, my answer was the funniest one for your poll.
Yeah.
On what we watched. Everyone else on his poll was like trying to give him like legit answers, and my answer was I watch with my eyes because if I was blind, I wouldn't be able to see it.
That is true.
Guys, don't
But
forget.
isn't 4K like mad upload time?
Yeah. On Tyler's
It
computer?
depends on your internet. As far as rendering goes, especially because everyone knows like how old my computer is, I'm really putting myself in another challenge. But I'm thinking, hopefully with the money that I get back with like taxes and stuff, I can upgrade my computer as well as my camera. So I think I'm going to do everything in one big shot, get it done and over with, so I'll be good for like the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
That's
like,
what I did, and I can always upgrade on with my little computer.
Yeah. Like Colin when we was out there, I was showing him and he's like, yeah, that sucks. I'm like, yeah. It's like, I don't even want to record anymore just for that simple fact. And I was using my GoPro, my Hero, as my backup, and then I was having SD card errors with that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. It's just, this was the last time I'm going out to try to shoot any videos.
See, I'm glad I bought a Canon because we didn't have any of those issues. I just was having battery issues because of it being so cold. But once I got these old huge RAV packs and being able to plug one of these in, I can now have my camera on all day long and I never have to worry about it. So
Yeah, but does that still work when it's minus 23 outside?
it did when we had the hand warmers in there. And then what I did is I put hand warmers on the RAV pack, and then I had hand warmers in the little blank, or the camera, whatever you want to call it.
Camera oven?
So that worked out pretty well.
See, it's always cold here in the wintertime, so I have like a GoPro, like a knockoff Akazo, and I have 4 extra batteries. And I have 2 cell phones that I run with a P30 Pro and a Galaxy A8, and I roll with all those.
Yeah, we got the Canon that I'm shooting with for the live streams, and then we have your little GoPro knockoff like you got. This is a 4K, and then we have, which I was happy with this out there. I wasn't happy with the audio because I lost audio, but we have Canon's their newest camcorder. So
It's a lot of stuff to get when we're starting out, isn't it?
it just
Well, see,
depends on how big. That doesn't even count the tripods and external mics and batteries and charging. These things are a huge saver, especially if you're going to go spend any kind of time out there. Tyler was using one, I was using one, and I got a total of 3 of them.
That's the Anchor battery, right, Mark? What is that?
That's why I've been
1,000 or is
upgrading
that
a lot
the
of my
2,000?
stuff when
Or
it
20?
This is
just
26.8.
having regular-
This is
Does
this
it
is
help
actually,
if I change my camera, like to
Yeah.
make it landscape?
yeah, you can do that. Turn it the other way. This is Fox. This is the biggest one.
not sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the biggest one that you can get. This is a 26,800 milliamps.
I'm gonna set it somewhere.
This is actually will run laptops and everything.
Well, I know Anchor makes big ones like that, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think their
I
biggest
used-
one was like a
I used Colin's.
36.
I think Colin had an Anchor one. I had to use his while I was out there. But no, see, that's like that's the thing a lot of people don't think about when you see people that go out and shoot videos, especially outdoor stuff. Like I was showing Colin, is that I have a bag full of my tent, my hammocks and tarps and all that, and sleeping bag. But I also have another bag I have to carry that's full of all my camera equipment, my tripods, my cameras, my batteries, SD cards, all that other stuff too. So,
Yeah, here's my.
if I could limit that down a little bit even more to where I can pack all of it in one bag, that's my goal. I hate taking out 2 different bags out with me, especially for like all the hiking that we did out there. Going back and forth, back and forth. I want to try to limit, like I said, my tent's already, my microlight LL Bean tent weighs like 2 pounds. So I
what-
shaved off 20 pounds right there on just my tent.
What he's talking about, guys, is this is my camera, one of my camera bags. This is just for all my gear. My Canon has its own personal backpack with the things and stuff in here, but this is what Tyler's talking about. Is this was completely full of just camera gear, charging stuff. Every pouch was full, and every Molly port, everything was just with camera gear.
That's a sweet bag. I need one.
These are actually really decent. They have came down. The military has came down tremendously when it comes to these pouches. I was never really big on a fanny pack, but this does completely come off, so you can carry this for like a daytime. You got your first aid, and you got multiple for here. You can put your tripod. There's a tripod hoop here. These things are really nice for that.
He calls it a fanny pack. Most other people, everybody calls them a fanny pack, but it's supposed to be like a hip loadout bag, what they go by.
It's a fanny pack. That's what that is. That's not a hip. That's not a loadout
Yeah, it's
bag.
a hip loadout, Mark. He's just going with fanny pack because that's what everybody had in the 90s. Everybody had one of them stupid fanny packs.
There's actually a really good. I hate wearing headsets. There's actually a lot of room in here. I guess you could easily. I know I put the camcorder in here. I put my batteries. There's a little little place to put like your cards and everything else. So, and it's completely waterproof. That's what's cool about this too. Which I shouldn't say it's completely waterproof because the zippers aren't waterproof, but the bag itself is. If it's sitting out, it's supposed to stay dry. Inside.
I just saw your comment there, Grace Martin. Yeah, so this month on YouTube has actually been really well for me. I actually made quite a bit of money. A lot of that was for people like Dragon with the super chats and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to be using like I said, the YouTube revenues that I've made, and that's going to go towards a new computer. I'm not going to mess around with a laptop again. I think I'm going to get an actual desktop that can handle all the stuff I want to do. So I'm very blessed for that. So that's, like I said, all the money that I make on my channel, all that money goes strictly right back into my channel when it comes to like camera upgrades, like I'm doing, computer editing software, stuff like that. So luckily, I can use that money for this month on YouTube and buy a new computer with that money. So I'm pretty blessed for that.
So
I think you should do both.
Colin says he's got a 20,000 milliamps. So yeah, this one is bigger because this is 26.8 milliamps. So the RAV power I thought were the biggest ones that you can get.
Yeah, Anchor makes some big ones. I think Anchor's biggest one right now is like a 40,000.
Wow. Yeah, Busy. She's a natural. I figured once she got settled in here with our crowd here, we're pretty laid back. She'd be fine.
I really love you guys. You guys are so awesome.
I'm gonna steal all them fishing poles. I just noticed the background on her right-hand side. She's got like 9 fishing poles over there. A couple of ice fish, most of them are ice fishing.
What are you talking? Me? Who?
Right behind you.
Right behind you on your right-hand side. Those aren't fishing poles?
No, those are lights. They're light bulbs.
No, I thought they were fishing, like ice fishing poles.
No, those are in the garage.
My bad.
No, I'm not. I'm just literally in my in my dining room, and this is just 10 lights, like Edison style lights, and my kitchen's in back there. My kids are sleeping right there.
Punch the floor.
I could seriously almost touch it, and I'm 5 feet. That's
so in that cold environment, how is that greenhouse working out for you? That little porch greenhouse thing.
Well, I'm gonna be seed starting this week, so I'm gonna be cleaning it out. I'm still cleaning out all the Quincy stuff, and I'm getting everything dried out in there. So I'm gonna empty that all out, start some seeds this week. I have to go buy some seed starting mix. So I have to go out in town, which is sort of scary, but I mean, I'm gonna wash my hands.
Actually, if you want to, her name is Mim's Garden. She sells seeds, and I mean the good stuff. The heirloom seeds are really good, high quality stuff. Where is that stuff, Mimsy? Here, I know it's here. So
Yeah.
right here, she sent us. We were talking about we wanted some pie pumpkins. So she sent me a package of pumpkin seeds that I get to use this year, which I'm excited because I don't want them gigantic, big old nasty pumpkins. I want ones that I can eat.
Just make sure your chickens don't eat them first.
No, they're on the other side, so they can't get at them.
There's one I grew from last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The little pie pumpkins. That's what we're looking for, and these are some kind of same thing. So that's kind of cool. But she's got some really good seeds. She's got the Amish paste, some of the different tomatoes. She's got tons and tons of seeds.
Yeah, I follow Anna. We have a really good local store here, though, with the heirloom seeds in Quebec. It's called Ecumen. You guys probably have never heard of it, but it's really big here, and they got such a nice selection. And I just ordered some online this week, so hopefully I'll be getting them like tomorrow or the day after. But I need some seed starting mix, so I have to go to the store.
We'll go make some.
In the snow?
Well, yeah, but you got your horses and stuff. That's stuff you can use right away.
Yeah, no, you have to let it sit for a year.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because it's too hot. It'll burn your seeds. It's too hot. Yeah. So I have like an old compost pile that I've been building up and turning with the excavator, and it's not ready. It'll be ready like probably for June-ish.
How many chickens you guys got?
I don't have chickens yet. I had some meat chickens at my old homestead, but here I'm just like, seriously, I'm overworked with renos and trying to get this place set up that I'm not in a good state to have like much animals right now.
Otherwise, what you could do is just set them on that compost pile and make a fence around it, and they'll do all the digging and composting for you.
Yeah, I'd still have to build them shelter and stuff, you know.
When is your summer? How long is your summers down there?
Man, it varies from like, I would say like 80 days growing season, and you can extend it to 100 days if you
we're-
have like greenhouses
greenhouse.
and stuff.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
120 days, and I extended it last year with a greenhouse till a snowstorm knocked down my greenhouse.
Yeah, man, I wish like we can't get anything with plastic on it because it'll just get torn apart. Like we're way up there and we're fully exposed to the winds, to everything. So even the house, like I don't even know how it's still standing with the winds that we got. It's cracking from everywhere. It's like it's gonna
When
fall
Tyler
down.
visited me, he got a taste of wind, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah. It was a brutal winter.
Gee, I was warning you too, Tyler. It's not the cold that'll get you. It's once that wind hits you in the face. It's like getting smacked with ice.
Well, it feels like I just got beat up out there. Like out of everyone, it just feels like I just got beat the crap out of when I was up there.
Tyler was a frozen turd for 7 days.
And he had 10 frozen turds. He was walking on 10 frozen turds.
Yeah.
I still can't feel my toe.
I told you to get that checked out.
You probably have permanent nerve damage, dude.
I'm gonna go check my fire, guys. I'll be right back.
I,
Okay.
But
I think down where I live, my grow season's like 130 days. We have a ridiculously long grow season. I mean, it's already summertime and it's barely March. And
Wow.
we grow all the way up until like August. So, but
That's
I live in a desert state, so like it's constantly hot here. I mean, we have peak heat of like 110.
And that's like in August or July.
It's in the middle, so like June, July, it'll start getting. Actually, in about another 3 weeks, it's gonna start hitting the 90s.
Holy.
I forgot how non-technical Craig Evans is. I was telling him that Zachary Fowler and Joe Robinette are going to be on my podcast Thursday, and I said I forgot to send you the invite. If you still want to join, you're more than welcome to. And he's like, I can't travel, the coronavirus. And I was like, no, you don't show up here. He's like, oh, he's texting me back.
Oh my God, Greg is funny.
Yeah, he's not
He's not tech savvy.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny that night when we got back to, because Tyler and Justin were right next to that fire all night long, and Justin passed out, and he had the Great Dane was licking him in the face, and he didn't even move an inch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I
And
thought.
Great Danes have big old slobber meat tongues.
Mm-hmm.
There's Jack from the Mindful Homestead, Jack Polner. He won my giveaway.
Who's that?
The Mindful Homestead, Jack Polner. He's in New Hampshire.
Cool. Glad to meet you.
Hi.
I'm giving. I'm gonna go check that channel out there. We are giving a.
Got a lot of homesteaders in here tonight.
Well, it's a homestead channel. I hope so.
I posted it out on my Facebook too. So
There we go. We are giving Quebec here. She is her first ever live stream, so we are giving her the gentle, easy way of doing things, and calm and collective. And I want to thank everybody so much that's in here. Homestead Land, I see you're in here. I'm glad you guys get to. She gets the first calm and easy going, not the ones that are just wait till that chat's spinning so fast and you're trying to read comments.
Yeah, can you imagine if she jumped in on Phil's side? Oh man, that'd probably turn her away from live streams for all eternity.
wait, who's Phil? Which one is that?
That's everything spicy.
Everything's spicy. Okay.
Hey, look at that, Tyler. I just put that on her yesterday.
Nice.
Hey.
Rock the everything spicy sticker.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you're copying me there, Clip, with the everything spicy on the Algene.
I got all my stickers. I got a random Cracker Jack dog too on here.
Stickers. You don't have my sticker on there.
You haven't sent me one.
That reminds me, I got to put Tyler's sticker on here, but then I don't have another one for anywhere else.
Do you guys have stickers like for your channels? Because I'd love to decorate my greenhouse wall with like full of stickers.
I got the shirts like this. Tyler, I'll go get Tyler's sticker. Hang on.
And for the most part, a lot of the bigger channels, they'll make stickers. You can go to Sticker Mule. You can get usually, I think it's like 20 stickers for like $1 for the first batch, for like test batch. And then depending on which ones you get, if you get the like cheap papery ones that kind of rub off, or you can get the more expensive vinyl-y ones.
Yeah.
You can get them,
See.
I think it's like 50 of them for like $30 sometimes.
Tyler's an artist. He's supposed to be making me my own logo.
You don't have a logo yet?
I do, but he was gonna make me one of these. Like, see, this is his. Oh, it's green. You can't even see it.
Take
Oh
off the
yeah.
green screen mark.
We saw the black.
Um,
That's funny.
Tyler, go get your shirt on.
My shirt.
Yeah,
Go get your T Wood shirt.
go get your T-word shirt on. It looks like his icon when he types in the chat. But there, now I got. But you can't. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool.
I
Look
need
at
to
that.
scroll back in the comments here.
It basically looks like your cup is see-through.
Yeah. So I go to spicy side of things, and then I go to Tyler's side of things. All right, guys. Tyler, you sharing this out?
No, he's talking to Greg.
Yeah, I'm trying to walk Craig through how to do this.
Greg who?
Craig
Evans?
Oh. How to live stream?
Yeah.
I hope this isn't too noisy.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's
I got-
Tyler's
Ready?
weakness.
Here, we'll give her one of these and let her chew on one of these.
Oh, she gonna die.
Oh, I'm actually pretty tolerant to spicy. I'm Mexican.
Oh, dear, those ain't spicy. That's like eating lava.
We used to do. I used to work in a grocery store when I was younger, and we used to do, like, Jackass was like a thing back then, and we used to like challenge ourselves and eat some spicy habaneros, and we'd be running down the aisles drinking milk directly from the aisles.
Well,
And then I learned.
back to
And
your,
then I learned the
your,
trick though.
back to your statement, Chalister. The company that I ordered them from, because of this whole virus thing, they're kind of iffy right now on doing orders. So I had to make them on my Teesprings account for all my other merchants, with like my my T-shirts and coffee mugs and backpacks and all that.
So
So
Sticker Meal's not running anything right now for anybody?
no,
Wow.
And
Bunch
say,
of-
I don't know if it was Sticker Mule that I got them from. I don't remember who.
Busy says that that you'll see her at the gathering. Be the person with permanent marker across my shirt. LOL. Too poor for shirts and stickers.
But yeah, no,
Hey,
I had
whatever
to
works.
remake a whole bunch of new ones, and I made the Wood Squad stickers because everyone really wanted me to do those. So I made those on there. I don't even know how they turned out. As soon as I got done making them, I posted them so that they're on my my what is it? The store, the Teespring account store.
Nathan, these are my dehydrated ghost peppers and Carolina Reaper peppers. So these are the size of the goat. Well, this is dehydrated already, but this is a ghost pepper right here, and this just really is burning my eyes and being
That's tongue
sick.
fire. It's tongue fire is what that is.
And then this is a Reaper pepper. So this is 2.5 million on a scolding scale. So we'll send some of them to Quebec. So on her like second or third live stream, she can eat one of these things. And since she likes hot stuff, and then,
I don't really like it. That's the worst part. I just really I tolerate it.
I can tolerate, but them things are just bad. Actually,
You should see Mark every time he eats one of those.
and then we
He's
have
like,
we have the smoked peppers that we throw in the smokehouse, and then we'll smoke these up. So Nate,
Mark,
that's
I
what
gotta
these are.
jump down, and I have to do a quick live stream with Craig real quick, so he knows what he's doing here.
Yeah, go
Alright.
for it.
Have fun.
All right. See you, Tyler.
Bye.
Yeah, Nate, I am just about out myself, so I'm hoping that this year will be a good season for the peppers. Because, guys, if you're like chipotle seasoning, as what I call poor man's chipotle, is all it is smoked jalapenos. Yeah, and I will smoke these for 3-4 days until they turn to a dehydrated turd. And they,
Mark, if you want, I can send you a whole bucket of that freaking red chili powder mix stuff.
I got my own.
Is it true that if you stress out your peppers, like if you like stop watering them and then water them again and like stress them out, that they're spicier?
Yeah, the drier the climate is, the hotter they get.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
makes
why to
sense.
go grow some of the hottest
Oh,
chilies. We got that
there's my buddy.
ridiculously hot, dry climate.
Thank you so much for the super chat,
Ooh.
Dragon.
I got lag on my side.
Ooh, it says when someone what? And sometimes when Mark eats one, he gets paid for the pain. LOL. Yeah, well, not fighting this cold. I ain't eating one. I'll tell you that right now. I'd die.
I was about to say, Dragon, he ain't gonna eat one tonight.
I was trying to get because I gave a pound of them to Tyler, and I was trying to pimp Tyler, but as you see, he ran off in a quick hurry as soon as I bought the peppers out.
Oh yeah, he did. I think he's only eaten like one or maybe two out of the whole bag so far.
No, he's had 3 out of the bag.
Has he?
Yeah.
I must have missed the last one.
Thank you so much, buddy, for supporting the channel. It means so much to us, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys for the super chats that do that. That's
Dragon
awesome.
must be rich. Always dropping those 50s and hundos.
Hey, he's the one that
Very
keeps our
generous.
channel going.
That's awesome. You deserve it though.
Yeah, I support when I can, but currently I'm not working as much, and it's still gonna be another 2 weeks before I get paid again.
That's what we're gonna do to Nate this year. Is the we were trying to figure out because of the last hoop house that we put up, the snow we got in the end of the season there, that 5-foot snowstorm just collapsed it. So we have to. I'm gonna put some PVC pipe up and just gonna do a hoop house kind of a cheap concept and see if we can do that.
Do a reinforced one, Mark. Get a larger PVC and then put a smaller one inside. Give it more rigidity and strength.
The problem that we found out is that if you get gray or white PVC pipe, the sun bakes the pipe, and then right where the pipe touches the plastic, it rots, and that's where we're having our issues.
You can't really get around that unless you foam insulate your pipe.
If you have the option, if with electrical conduit too, if you have like a bender, you can bend those out and get some rebar in the soil, and then get like some O-rings on there to bring the strings on. You can make some homemade ones that are pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, we tried that last year. It's just a problem is that when you drop 5 feet of snow on it, it just folded. I had 1-inch pipe on there and it folded it and buckled it right in.
Were they 4 feet spaced or were they 6 feet?
I think they were 6 feet.
Yeah,
I remember right.
Over here it's always 4 feet because with that snowfall, they collapse or else. But I can't have any because of the wind.
That was the other problem with us is the wind. The first top and the wind took it out. You know, my hand now and my nose has been plugged up for 2 weeks, is running like you wouldn't believe. And I just opened up the jar. I didn't even eat one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just imagine what would happen if you ate one, Mark. You might actually be able to breathe.
You know what? I think I'd die because my throat would probably close up. I gotta have an inhaler now to get by with what I got. That's crazy.
You need peppermint, dude. You need to grow some peppermint up there and drink a lot of peppermint when you're sick. That stuff helps a lot.
I got tons of peppermint. I got wintergreen. I got all kinds of stuff. So
there you go. But the question is, did you store any for the winter season?
Yeah, I got tons of it. Oh,
So I got a half a 55-gallon barrel up there.
Canadian. Ooh, I don't even know what that
Canadian
says.
whiskey.
It looks like Canadian
Yeah.
whiskey to me.
Canadian whiskey with maple syrup.
Ooh.
Karen was talking about that in the chat, so.
I have one better than that. Hang on. I gotta go get mine.
I had some Canadian whiskey ages ago. Ages ago.
I made some this winter with oranges in it, and I had to let it macerate for like 2 weeks. It was a fail though. It didn't turn out too good. It was good, but too creamy. But it was interesting.
Now everybody's busting out the liquor. Don't make me get in my liquor closet.
So when Jim Beam came out with this one, Jim Beam Maple.
Oh, I remember that.
This is what I use for all my smoking and all my pits for doing my barbecues and my injections. Like I made a maple bourbon, 2 maple bourbon hams. They were just phenomenal.
Wow.
Oh, you mean that maple bourbon ham that was that you had to repost like 6 times?
Yeah, that one.
That thing looked so good.
So
We don't have that here. I don't think. Karen, I don't know.
there's always a good story. I could be like a junior sty with Mikey in the house here. It is so funny to tell that story what Mikey did, but he says in the chat here, or just drink some old ass beer. That will clean you right up. No, drinking's bad for you, especially when you're sick. But anyway, for Mikey's pleasure here, I'm going to tell this story. When I first met Mikey, was on a live stream when I first started live streaming, and he just recently, his father passed away. He has going through his father's place and boxing things up and cleaning stuff up. And Mikey was drinking beer, and he found a box of his dad's old cans with the old pull top, steel, everything like that. And he was going through them. Well, Mikey was under the influence, and he decided to. He found a sickle downstairs in the basement where he was going through these beer cans. And the next thing I know, and everybody on my live streams see Mikey go down, and in a slow motion, you see this sickle go. And everybody's like, I'm yelling, Mike, Mike, Mike. And I'm like, because I heard him fall over. And I'm like, where did he go? What happened? What's going on? Are you okay?
Oh, no.
And he gets up and he's like, oh, hey, how's everything going? I was just like, oh, man. You could have timed that just perfect. Big old corn sickle coming out.
Oh my gosh. I could picture it.
Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. I might still have some of that, my dad's old beer. Probably do.
Don't drink any more of it.
We make our own beer here too, but we haven't made some in a while.
All right there, Mary. Thank you so much for coming in here. And you take care.
Good night, Mary.
Bye,
Have a good
Mary.
one. See you next time.
Bye. Yeah, before coming here, Ben was supposed to open up a microbrewery with a few brothers in arms, and they ended up having too many people like together in the project, and he was like, you know what, I'm out. So they ended up opening it, and they're like really successful right now, which is really awesome.
I was no Dragon. I'm not a huge bourbon kind of guy, but I'll tell you what, when it if you have some really good old mountain water, I like that. But I'm not a bourbon kind of guy.
Bourbon kicks too hard, in my opinion.
But I'll tell you what, maple bourbon on a ham, pulled pork, you making some ribs, I'll tell you, it's phenomenal. Yeah, Mikey, my dad would be proud. I have to go back and find that live stream and see if I still have that, because that would be hilarious to watch again. Because everybody would see Mikey just, I don't know.
How many beers did he have during that one? Was it 1 or 2, or like the whole batch?
I don't know. He probably had a case. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we were just drinking and chatting, and next thing I know, he starts pulling out old beer cans, and he's like, "Hey, look at this one! Hey, look at this one!"
Oh
and
my.
And all of a sudden, he says, "Hey, look what I found! I found an old sickle." And I thought, "Well, that's pretty cool." But then he set it on top of a tripod, standing up like this, and when he fell over, he knocked the tripod over, and
He's lucky. He's lucky.
he says, "I like a good bourbon. The Irish in me gets me in trouble." Yeah, I bet.
Hey, Mark, did you get your day? What day are you on your challenge, 7-day challenge?
I'm on
That's
day one.
uploaded.
I gotta make day 2. I've been.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm way behind.
Well, I mean, considering, I mean, you have to get better. That's for sure.
Yeah, poor man's been sick for the last 2.5 weeks.
They actually are doing pretty good. I think the one's like at 1.2 or 1.3K, and the other one might be at 1K.
Cool. And you guys are so awesome to
Yeah,
do
Mike.
that.
That's funny.
I think. Let me see here. Where's my?
Yeah, Tyler finished his off already, just because he did the 5, 6, and 7 at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched that.
my intro is at 1.4, and my day one is at 817. So,
Good.
oop, Tyler's back.
Keep him in the basement. Make sure it's
No.
nice and cold for him.
I keep my buddy in the basement.
Oh, you don't want to keep him down there with all the spiders?
Nah, he don't like spiders.
Doesn't like wolves either.
You don't like coyotes either.
You guys back?
No. Are you back?
I don't know if I'm live on there, but
I see.
oh man, crazy stuff.
Busy.
I'm
I know.
still
I used to love rum, and rum got the best of me. So I'm not one for rum anymore.
So that's why all the rum is gone.
Yeah, I used to. Woo, you give me a Captain Morgan's, and I'm. Ooh, yeah. We can sit here all day long.
I'm a whiskey and vodka.
I can't stand
And
vodka.
gin. And
Yeah.
gin.
Vodka. Now give me some good old
Straight Jaeger.
good old shine, and we're on a roll.
Closest thing I got to shine is Everclear.
Yeah, that's not shine. That's garbage.
That's the closest thing I have to shine. But my liquor store is actually in Colorado.
So,
They actually sell
Wait a
moonshine.
minute. Tyler's back in here, guys. Tyler, there is somebody that was in here, and they would like you to eat a pepper.
I don't know who that could be.
And I said, because I am sick and cold and have this cold, I would do one with you, but I can't because I don't want my throat to swell up and close up. So, do you happen to know where that big old bag of peppers are?
Actually, yes, I do, and I don't have them. To be honest, as I was telling you, I took them over to my mom's house, and she made ghost pepper garlic pretzels.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, and actually, she gave me a bag to send to you, Mark. So I'm gonna send you that with the black and white fire starter stuff.
Did she
but
try?
No,
it?
I left the bag over there, and I left your pretzels over there. But they're actually pretty good. They got a nice kick to them.
Did your mom try one of my peppers?
Yeah, she did.
How'd
And
she
she
like
does
it?
not. Huh?
How'd she like it?
Yeah, she don't like it straight. I need to pull the chat up here.
Have a
Do
good
you-
night,
do you guys
Homestead Land.
cook
We'll
with
see you
those?
on the next one. Thank you for joining us tonight.
I make. You can ask Tyler. I make my own seasoning, and he had some of my hot seasoning, and it was kind of funny because we had a jar of salsa, and we had some tortilla chips, and it was habanero salsa. And Tyler's like, "Oh yeah, I like that. I had that here." Well, he turned around, so when I took the cap off, I grabbed my Homestead seasoning that was hot, and I just and then took it and mixed it up. Well, here comes Tyler, turns right around, grabs a chip, boop, and he goes, kind of looked, and he stopped. He says, "Wow, that's a lot hotter than I remember." And then
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, "Whoo, whoo." And he's like, I'm starting to laugh, and I'm trying to keep a straight face as he's doing this. So he goes and gets another one because he wasn't quite sure what just happened. So he ate another one. He's like, "Why is that so hot?" And then I showed him. He's like, "Oh."
It's volcanic, right? I think they on the scale.
It's
The,
2 million
your
plus
friend.
school.
I think what?
I said it's over 2 million plus school bowl unit.
Yeah, the Reaper is 2.5, and I think the Ghost Pepper's 2.2, something like that. I don't remember. Melanie,
I'm not familiar with the numbers. I just know like the names like volcanic and all that stuff. That's all I have
It's
here.
hot. All you need to know is it's hot. It's super hot. But no, so like I said, I just got done helping Craig. So Thursday night is going to be or Thursday sometime. I don't know the exact date, but Thursday we're gonna have huge guests. We're gonna have Craig Evans. We're gonna have Zachary Fowler. We're gonna have hopefully Mark Rolling Homestead Wild Edibles, and we're gonna have Joe Robinette on the Bushcraft podcast. So we're gonna have some of the bigger YouTubers on the podcast, getting their side of things.
what time are you doing that?
I am still waiting on. Well, I'm not waiting on him. I need to message him. I have to message Zach and see what time he's thinking. Joe doesn't really care what time, and from what it sounds like, Craig says he don't care either as long as he gets it figured out. I just did a quick live walkthrough with him, but he says I don't know if I'm gonna remember this come Thursday, so there might be a little bit of a walking through curve there.
That'll be interesting to see those three big guys on there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's going to be actually some really cool videos coming out between those three guys here soon. I kind of have a inside source on videos.
Well, there you guys have it. So you're gonna have some big tuners on, which is really cool. We're talking. I'm trying to get a hold of Dave. I did talk to Duty Ron too. I just emailed him the other day. He got my email a little bit late because yesterday I was gonna see if he wanted, excuse me, come up on the panel. So there's some people from the other side of things, and we have Quebec Homestead on here right now too. So see, we've had people coming.
But you know what? I could call Dave and see if how many am I allowed on a panel?
You're only allowed six if you're going through
6.
that wonderful stream yard thing.
Oh yeah, Zoom is you can have what up to 100 on Zoom, I think is what it
I
was.
can have 1,000 because I got a paid subscription.
Oh, turd.
And what's cool about it is I can set it up so that when the person is talking, instead of like seeing all of us right now, we can put it on speaker view. So now when people talk, it's that person by himself, and I can put myself in a lower corner here so that I'm always on here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you could change all that stuff on Zoom.
Yep. Right now I'm sitting here floating above Chelser's head here. There we go.
That gives us enough to have people on the panel if it's allowed to. Hopefully. Well, you know what the thing too, Mark, is usually on the 15th, YouTube cuts off the YouTube monetize. It cuts it off and it restarts.
Nope, 21st.
I thought they sent the money out on the 21st.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
Yeah, but usually the 15th is the cutoff date. You have to make the money on the 15th, and it starts over on the 15th, and you get paid on the 21st. That's what they did last year too, or last month. But for some reason, this month is still showing how much I made this month altogether on YouTube for the month. I was going to ask you about that earlier too, and I couldn't figure out why it hasn't reset it yet.
YouTube is behind on their things because my last 2 live streams are not on there yet. I noticed that. So I don't know what's going on.
They're paranoid AF, so nobody's at work.
Well, that's going to make a lot of unhappy people because you're not going to get paid.
Oh, weird things happen, and unfortunately, this is a lot of it. I've already seen a lot of YouTubers complaining about this on other social media sites or on Instagram, basically because everybody at the YouTube studios are networking, blah, blah, blah. They're all going home, which for some reason, I don't understand why such a big corporation can't just send their employees home with a high-tech laptop and have them do their work from home.
Right?
They're sending everybody home. Why
that
can't they
kind
work?
of goes into the Privacy Act. They can't do that in their home using their home servers because there's a lot of like our account numbers for how us YouTubers get paid. They can't be having that on their own personal Wi-Fi at home. That has to be strictly through the company, with their company having all the anti-software stuff to monitor who can see and do what. So there's a reason why they can't do that.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Security and privacy reasons.
Yeah, I actually got in contact with a guy who actually works at YouTube, and last day or so, I've been getting information through him about everything. So, and he told me, I asked him if that was going to be an issue, and he said no, that it's just like anyone that works in a federal government, they can't, access any kind of files that they would access at work, at home. It's kind of like the whole Hillary Clinton thing. You can't be having personal emails, stuff like that on a personal server. So,
guys, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up and share it out. And yeah, Quebec Dragon is one of those. He doesn't have, or they don't have videos on their homepage. He's a supporter. One of the best supporters. There's a few of them in here that are, well, actually they're all really good. So any one of these is going to be great.
Not me. I'm a poor ass white kid.
Hey, how do you pronounce your name?
Who?
Chaucer.
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 It's like, okay, it's like sticking chair and saucer together.
Chaucer.
Or just call him Fox.
That works too.
Oh yeah, your Foxit. Wait, what's your channel name?
It's Foxit Outdoors.
Foxit Outdoors. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen you around a lot.
He's been known to be around the block.
I've been everywhere. I keep me and Tyler like stalk each other on like almost the same like 5 channels.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't realize how many people I bring to other channels that they would never realize or never
Okay,
know
we just
about.
got a news update on the old COVID-19. So this is about the grocery stores, Target, and everything else. So I will read you here the local news and beyond. So let's see what they have to say here. It says, coronavirus national emergency. When will Walmart, Kroger, and other stores restock? After the coronavirus began making it to the United States. Really? I don't need to play a video game right now. Come on. Gotta love it. Mostly stocked up on toilet paper, which is now nowhere to be found, but some stores are still running dangerously low on staples like paper towels, eggs, meat, and produce. By the way, I just got 24 eggs today out of the chicken coop again.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought so too. So they are working on it, according to Walmart CEO Doug. Don't expect a full stock of hand sanitizers for a while. Hand sanitizers is going to be very difficult to have 100% of stock of this for some time. Blah, 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 blah. Target is working to try to stock things up. I heard meat, chicken, all that other stuff too is coming harder and harder to find in the stores. I was talking about the butcher box. They're a little on the pricey side of things, in my opinion, for what you get. But that's one way of getting food and meat to your house. But I looked at it today. They're charging right around $7 a pound for beef. And up here, I can go to a local butcher, and I'm getting it for about $5.50 a pound. So
That's good. Do you guys have like hay problems over there, like hay shortages or feed for your animals?
they did because of all the wet weather this last spring. The crops really got hammered hard up here, and I know one of the fields that were up higher here, they actually put cow beans in so that they could take them down south, because down south was having such a huge issue with feeding animals, and people were actually selling their stock off because they couldn't afford to feed them. So
Did I send you this picture there, Mark?
yeah, I added up on a live stream the other night. You guys see that? 1993 was on The Simpsons about the coronavirus.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy thinking that the guy that invented or that did the Simpsons was actually from the future.
There's so many out there. Ben was
Yeah,
telling
but I
me
mean,
about
look at
one
the-
year.
The Simpsons has predicted so many stuff, though. Even the Simpsons even predicted 9/11 in one of their episodes.
Yeah, Dylan, I like it too. You know, meat, rabbits, pork, chickens. That's what we did the meat birds or the year before, which we did 30 some Red Rangers. So we put them in the freezer. And the year before that, we butchered a Red Angus. So we like doing our own stuff too.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, Busy, I like the idea that Quebec is up here, because that means you stay in the house. That's nice. I like this.
Karen's my girl.
That's funny. Now see, she pimped you to come up here, so now you know what you got to do. When you go
Yeah,
live on your
reviews
side,
tomorrow.
you got to pimp her to come up on your panel.
Yep, I do. I've seen her live a few times, but she hasn't been back since. So
Well, you'd be surprised who we can get up on a panel. I mean, I even got Sybil up here one time, so
I think I was the first one to ever get Cliff on a panel. I mean, Cliff, originally you came from what, Drop Forge Survival?
Drop Forged and Fowler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was that time he
because of
couldn't come in on StreamYard, but he could come in on Zoom. Remember that?
something like that, but you had no idea about this kind of community that we have, with Phil and Sty and all the other ones that I've kind of introduced you to them.
Yeah, because none of those
Very
other
cool.
guys, like, I know Chris used to do lives. Like he did a live one time when I was on that live for, I think it was like 12 hours on that one.
Wow.
So Busy
Because he
says
was
that.
doing a thank you for like 100,000 subscribers. He was doing a special on that one, saying thank you 100,000 times.
What?
That took forever.
So Busy
Thank
says
you.
blah blah blah. That never again. She's having cold sweats just thinking about it.
Yeah, mine are gone, but this helps.
Aaron Ballard, hey snooze man.
No, there's my retarded troll always following me because they're horny for me apparently.
Jeez.
And I might as well just say this now before everybody gets rid of this little turd bag. I have no idea who the heck rattle trap fishing even is. So the fact that you said you saw me on rattle trap fishing the other night is a load of BS because the only two channels I was on the other night were Styes and Everything Spicy. So you can take your boring butt and pester someone else.
Chelser, is that really how you feel?
I don't even see that in the chat. I must have missed it.
No, he's is Karen Ballard. Well, there's a lot of blue around him, so or her or whoever it is. So if they do
Don't
something,
make that one. Don't give that one any privileges.
If
It's my own personal troll. It has like 9 different accounts. It keeps stalking me.
That takes
Whatever.
a commitment right there. That is a commitment.
Yep, Colin,
Right?
I had you up here once. I did. I have had Samson has been up here once. Mikey's been up here.
This is my first time up here.
Yeah, or whatever.
Are the trolls real people or are they bots?
No, that one's a real person. It's just a really annoying one.
I think Woodland is another one. He says hi. Busy just took out one. So, like I said, there's a lot of blue in this thing. So if anybody does anything, they'll pounce.
I used to have a few, but they ended up becoming like some of my best subscribers since I just like messed around back with them, and then next thing you know, they're just like thumbing me up and can't wait for my next video. So
you had a troll at one time that I booted. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one personal troll that started from Tyler and then migrated to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the one that keeps calling me Snooze Man Fox.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's that same turd.
Yeah, Dylan, it's always a good time up on our panels, man. It's a blast up here. Get to hang out, get to chit chat.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
fine,
welcoming.
Oil Patch.
Oil Patch is not annoying. Who says he's annoying?
I don't know. That's kind of weird. And for the
Hey.
life of me, I can't remember his original YouTube name.
Hey, Dylan, Mikey, you take good care of yourself, buddy. Stay safe out there.
Do you guys know what a Reuben sandwich is? Karen's
Yes.
asking me if I ever had
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Ruben? Yeah, oh, yeah.
corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, usually on marble rye bread. It's really good.
Don't forget the
Yeah.
pickle.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you guys want to make your own, you go to the grocery store and you find that's already corned beef that's already been marinated and stuff like that and been in a solution. Take that out and you soak it in water to get some of that salt or that saline out of there, and then you throw it in a smokehouse, and that is the best pastrami you'll ever have. It's all seasoned, ready to go for you. Just throw it in a smoker and away you go. So if you like
Yum.
pastrami, there's a good way. And corned beef is pretty cheap.
Awesome. Yeah, I love pastrami. I'd buy it a
I'm
lot.
getting on it too.
Dragon just nailed Fox.
See, I told you, my personal trolls, they like to just keep doing this to think they're funny, but all they're really doing is just getting deleted.
Who's Fox? Is that yours?
Heck no.
Well, he's
Mine's all
copying.
yeah, I'm telling you, it's my personal troll. They like to follow me when I'm on lives.
Wow. All right. Personal line of coke. Guys, get rid of him. Dragon, you put him out, so you're gonna have to. I'll just hide him. There we go. Goodbye.
Yeah, y'all know my icon.
What's a
They're
copy?
just
That's a,
copycats.
yeah, that's a copy of your icon. That's
Well,
the
see,
thing.
I really
back
wish
in-
someone would copy my logo because I actually have copyright claims on it. I made my own logo, and I have it copyright. So if anyone does try to take my logo and use it for their own, I could sue them and probably get a lot of money out of it. So I think I paid like $700 to have my my channel logo made. So
That's one thing I want
Holy.
to tell you, Quebec. When you start to do live, pick your mods of people that you know,
Yeah.
and make sure that you truly do know the person that you mod that is your mod, because mods can make or break a channel. They can destroy your channel. And one of the things that we did, we're one of the few, is that when people come in and participate and become part of the live stream like these guys all are, that's why everybody's blue. That's because everyone's equal. There's no one. But what happens
Yeah.
is when somebody comes in here that don't belong in here, you see what happens. The mods everybody just jumps. It's hilarious to watch.
I'll be
It's
right
like a
back.
new trend. Pusa Studios do that too.
Yeah.
That's where the first place I saw that is in Pusa Studios.
Yeah,
Right.
I helped Andrew get his whole Zoom and everything all set up, and using Streamlabs and the whole
Cool.
kit and caboodle. So
I'm definitely hitting you up now. I love you guys' lives and how you guys are all set up. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
and then Andrew made his
Usually with
built
mine, I
his
haven't
first
done my
computer,
background or anything.
and then he made his second computer now, and he's got the mixers and everything like that. So he stuck a lot of money in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, busy.
Right,
You're
so-
right. Mods can actually delete. That's why you got to be careful of your mods and who's doing it, because they can come in and delete comments, everything.
Well, and also now on YouTube Studio, you can make someone that you know that's also a YouTuber or whoever, and they can help run your channel for you. Like, I already have Mark already has all my information for my YouTube channel, so at any time he can go in and go in there and do whatever he wants to do with it. To if I'm out or I can't make it, or if I'm out on an adventure and I can't be around to post stuff, I can have Mark do it for me, or whatever like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah.
All right, Chelsea. Fox, you're so cute. This guy, Fox. I'm setting up an online social society for kids during this time, so they can still be connected. That's awesome, Dylan. Cool.
Tyler, talking about logos, I have a buddy that designed mine, and I paid $45 American to get it copyrighted.
Oh wow, that's a lot cheaper than mine. Yeah, I made my own design. It took me, I don't know, probably close to 3 months to come up with my design. I wanted something real simple, something that kind of, represents my channel. So after it took so long to do that, I went through like 3 different companies to get it copyright for different levels of copyright that they could use it for, as far as video, as far as imaging. Because I have t-shirts that have my design on it, I have backpacks, I have hats, I have everything. So I wanted to make sure I was fully safe with it. So if anyone did use it, that they would,
Yeah,
You
there'd be a
guys are-
consequence.
You guys, if you want to sit here and pick on Chelsea, you're wasting your time. You're in the wrong chat to do that.
But I haven't seen these guys in forever. They've been hiding in the basement or something.
He's
Hope
got-
it's not my fault.
no,
No.
it's Chelsea's fault. We're gonna blame Chelsea because he's not up here to defend himself. He's hiding behind the Fox.
I think it was, I want to say John Travels. I think you called me at 1.2. I am like 5 or 6 days behind on returning messages and all that stuff. Yeah, you called me Sunday. I need to call you back.
Yes, Nate says I'm the only troll allowed. I actually only have 2 trolls in my channel. I have Tommy, and now Nate says I'm the only troll that's allowed. So, Nate, if you're a good troll, I like you can stay in here as long as you want.
Yeah, that's true. Busy little house. That's probably more likely what the deal is.
Oh, there's Chelsea. Okay. I thought you were hiding behind there.
No, I had to go put my food away.
Oh.
Didn't want to just leave it on the oven, so I decided to go put it in the fridge.
So
Good
Quebec,
idea.
if you like the OBS, go check out Streamlabs OBS. It is 1,000 times better than the
Yeah.
original OBS. The problem that it is though is you can't use Streamlabs with StreamYard. So if you're going to use StreamYard for your panel, them two don't work well with each other. That's another reason why I have Zoom, because Zoom works with this.
All right.
But I mean,
And you can even have
Scabs are.
you can have up to 6 people.
Yeah, you can only have the 6 people, and you can actually, I can show you how to get by that with StreamYard, because you can actually have them come up on a panel, and then you just do a screen share, which is it's difficult to do if you're only using a laptop or a computer. Where me, I got a 32-inch monitor that you guys are on, and then YouTube Land is on a 26-inch, and when my Streamlabs is on a 26-inch. So when you go in my studio, I've got 3 different monitors across the top. So I got everybody separated, which makes things a lot easier than flipping around. Tyler had to do the whole flipping around thing, and it gets kind of difficult when you're trying to use one monitor for 3 different things.
I have 2 monitors, but it's not hooked up yet. Actually, I have 3. I own 3, but I only have like 1 that's hooked up right now. So
It makes a big difference, let me tell you. It makes things so much easier when you have the multiple monitors going.
I just don't have enough space in my area right here. I need to get like a proper studio set up.
Yeah, me too.
And I got like, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what?
I think most of us need proper studios. I think the only one that's got a decent one is Mark.
Yeah, if you guys seen on my
It's dark.
video on my day 7, the last video, you guys get to see a sneak peek of that, just in case anyone hasn't saw it yet.
My studio? You got my studio?
Apparently, someone hasn't watched my last video either.
I've been
For some
Oh, I
reason,
watched it.
so for some reason, like the last 3 videos I put out have just like done total garbage as far as views, and I don't understand it. Like the tags, the titles, the thumbnails, like everything's like good on it. It's just for some reason, like YouTube is just like
Hey, you two
right
back
down
up.
the crapper.
Yeah, I haven't been watching anybody's videos. I get into, one thing's nice is I got a nice comfy like office chair to sit in, so it's not so bad. But for some reason I'm just not doing anything, and I got all that footage I got to go through yet. I'm just thinking I'm going to send it to you, Tyler, and have you make something. How about that?
What's that?
Mark's gonna get like 6 views.
No.
Yeah, I saw that studio setup in that last video. You guys were all sitting there, and you were assisting alive when you guys had just got back, I think.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah,
I wasn't subscribed to you guys when you guys got back. I only met you guys after.
It makes things, put it this way, a studio is so nice because you just come on and you flip a switch, turn some lights on, and you're ready to rock. So it makes a big difference. For all you guys in the, I'll actually go this way right now, and I will.
Dang. So check this one out.
So there
Oh,
you
where's
guys,
Tyler at? Tyler
there you
Bale.
guys go. There's a big massive green screen behind you. So
Where did you get a sheet that large, Mark?
I had Mama take, and you can go and get this at Walmart. It's called the Chroma Key Green, and she sewed 2 of them together.
Ah.
So it goes all the way up the wall behind me, and then I got a window on this one side, so she had to sew a patch on that side so that when during the day the sun comes through there, so it made a big difference. But here, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go sit on the moon. What do you guys think of that?
So apparently, this is what the stores look like in Canada.
I don't know where that is in Canada, but if you go on my Instagram, you'll see the aisles. They're full. They're
Yeah,
full.
it's
Like
wherever CP is located. I think he's in Quebec too, if I'm not mistaken.
in the big cities, everything's empty. Like my
Yeah.
my niece is in Montreal, and people were seriously fighting over meat and toilet paper. Like fighting, the police had to get involved.
Yeah, I don't even see why. We have plenty of toilet paper in the world.
There's so many alternatives. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Huh,
I don't
I
know.
can't get my green screen to come back on this.
What did you do, Mark?
I don't know what I did.
All you did was turn it off. You should just be able to turn it back on.
Yeah, I might have to. I'm gonna not end
See, what I noticed is in the small little villages, like we're 800 local residents, like nothing's rated. Everybody's like used to being out in the country and being prepared for this kind of stuff, but everybody in the cities are just going loco.
Yeah, they're panicking like crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna try something. Tyler,
Okay.
I'm gonna
What?
Tyler, you're the host. I'll be right back.
I'm the host.
Yep,
I'm the host with the most.
you're the host of the most. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So far behind on comments.
There we go.
Crazy.
I'm not
Did
gonna- we don't have a
Did you
green
get that
screen.
one
Oh, there
sponsor?
we go.
What's that?
Tyler, did you get that one sponsor for those boxes?
Yeah, and I still have to shoot that video too, and that's the bad part. I'm still behind on
Hey man, I
everything.
love dogs.
Wow.
I need to.
Dog's got to go out. He'll be back in a minute. Wait, Oil Patch, you still have a Circuit City live in your area? Dude, all the Circuit Cities in my state went out of business.
Dragonslation. How do we say that? Dragon's Talon. How do we say this channel?
Dragon's Talon 1001.
Dragon's Talon. Okay. No, that was not with the same fight. It was only over toilet paper and meat in Costco in Montreal. Busy little houses. Karen, she's been having people sarcastically say, "Oh well, if shit hits the fan, I'm just gonna go over to your place," you know. And she's like, "No." You don't want
Yeah,
a
that's
whole
what-
bunch of scared people to show up at your doorstep, holy.
That's what a lot of people say. Like they'll tell like prepping channels. They'll be like, "Oh, if anything goes sideways, I'm coming to your house." But nobody knows where they live.
There we go.
But the biggest fear is a lot of these preppers. They actually fear getting raided
See if I
because
can
they're
get
the ones that
fuzzy
have all
fuzzy,
these
'cause it's
supplies.
a headset.
Yep. People are scary.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the panic mentality. One person panics, and then everybody else in the crowd panics.
Yep.
You have another buddy in your in the chat here, Chelser, Kyle Brown.
Oh yeah, that's a Kylie Brown. That's the same one that starts off and then turns into that fat guy and the other one and whatever.
Mikey, I thought you said you were leaving and you're still here. Awesome. I like to see that.
They just love me apparently. So at least I'll have a couple dozen viewers when I start doing live streams.
Yeah, there you go. That's a plus.
They're all trolls, but yeah.
I don't care if they give me views. Let them troll me. All they're doing is helping me.
So Quebec, how do you say your name? Is it Mali?
Mallory.
Mallory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mallory, like my parents named me after Family Ties, I think, with Michael
yeah.
J. Fox.
Yeah.
Mallory.
Oh yeah.
Not natural born killer. Mallory.
There we go.
You want to see something, Mark? I was going to show you too.
$1 million?
Fish.
It's a Walmart receipt, and he bought like 70 pounds of toilet paper.
Hunt license.
Huh?
Hunt license?
Yeah, well, fishing license for trout, and
Cool, man.
yeah, I'm excited. I guess Colorado is a really good place that we can go trout fishing, and I didn't know this. I've actually been very behind on like some of our state rules, and trout season is all year round.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, as long as
Yeah,
you eat something, trout season exists.
So you gonna tell everybody what happened out there, or you gonna save it for your video?
What happened out there? Oh.
Oh
what
yeah.
part?
Hey, good to see you, Viper. I am so glad you're in here, buddy. It's been a long time. Heaven's Essentials, good to see you too. Viper, how you been doing, buddy? And how's the land in your area? Are they just as crazy as everywhere else? Guys, if you haven't had him, go check out Viper. You will like what you see. I'll put it that way.
I don't want to get bitten.
I have a. Hold on. I still. Like I said, I still got like people.
Samson and Nathan just recently got my lifetime hunting and fishing license.
I could spam text Tyler.
Well, yeah, I like. That's the thing. I still have like 10 people that are still messaging me after I said I was going to bed.
Oh, yeah, California sucks. Yeah, bud. Yeah. Well, just keep your head on a swivel, and I know it's getting crazy out there with everything. And
Dude, it's getting ridiculous, man. People are like lining up at gun shops to buy guns because they're like expecting mass raids from people.
Let's see if I can find. I took a cell phone video, and I. Okay. So where we was camping, I mean, every time we'd go to start recording, they would stop. But at one point, they were going on for like 5 minutes straight. Gosh dang it.
You ever figure out what it was? Was it just somebody target practicing, or what were they doing?
They were shooting at the water.
Shooting at the water.
Oh.
Okay.
That's kind of dangerous because that stuff ricochets off of water.
Yep. I mean, you can hear how close they are.
Viper, if you want to, I will put my email in here, and you send me your email, and I will send you the link.
Bullets ricochet off water?
Yeah. If you hit them at the right angle, that stuff will just bounce right off.
Really? Even if it's like black powder?
Yeah.
Really?
Those balls,
Like,
yeah. Balls will bounce off of
probably-
water.
They were probably like 150 feet away from us, and it was all state-owned land. So where they were shooting, they should not have been shooting, and there was a good 3 of them. And I think the whole time we was out there was probably close to 300 to 400 shots fired.
Wow.
Who's got echo?
Well, and the crazy thing was too is that we were the only ones out there too. So like, and because of the timing and how bad the weather was, they probably predicted that no one would be out there, you know. So, like I said, I always carry a firearm with me everywhere I go. I usually carry my 9 or I carry my Glock 40, and even then I was still kind of on edge, you know, especially having. You know, me and Colin out there, it's just like it was a bad situation. And then it was probably close to 12:30 at night. A group of coyotes had came right into our camp, and I was 5 feet away from them. They looked right at me and still kept coming in. And coyotes are really skittish of humans. So for the fact of them to still keep coming in indicated that they were sick, either with rabies or some sort. So that was an issue too that we had to face. And then we were magnet fishing out there because it was too cold to catch any kind of fish. So we was just throwing our magnets out there. We caught we pulled up some really cool stuff. One of the things that we had hooked our magnet onto actually got stuck out there and actually pulled my Jeep into the water. And you guys are going to see that on video. So it was a crazy trip.
Nate,
sure.
I feel your pain, man, too. I'll tell you, somebody starts shooting anywhere close to me, I'm shooting back. I'm a pretty good shot.
How many
Well,
coyotes
that's the
did
thing
you say
too
it
is
was?
they didn't see us, and we were up on a hill. I mean, I could easily, if I would have went back down to my Jeep, which I always have an AR in my Jeep too, underneath my seat, I could have easily, sniped them out if I wanted to, but at the same time, it was just one of those things. Like, I don't know what their intentions were. I don't know if they were just out there, practicing, or, just younger group of kids that are out there just, trying to have fun for the day or whatever. I don't know the situation, but
All right, Viper, it's back at you, man.
All you got to do, Tyler, is drop one shot within, like 3-4 yards of one of their foot, and they will scatter like roaches with the lights on.
I don't know what do they call that when they throw the clay things out there to
Clay
shoot
pigeons.
them?
Skeet shooting?
Shooting.
Pigeon. Yeah, pigeon shooting. We have those here, and I mean sometimes we shoot. Ben shoots like, man, I don't know how many. Maybe they were doing that.
no, Dragon, I didn't see anyone get tossed into the water, but like I said, it's just the property that we was at being a state-owned park. I don't think it was allowed for them to be out there. I mean, it's kind of a like a catch-22 because it was over the train tracks, because there was train tracks that kind of go up and through the state park. So I wasn't 100% sure. All I knew is that, like I told Colin, is that we're just going to keep our head on a swivel, and if things tend to get worse, we're going to have to move. Which at the end of the night, we did end up moving. We ended up having to pack up in the dark, which was actually it was bad, but at the same time, it was a really good learning experience. Packing up a whole entire campsite at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning in the dark, it has its challenges, and so yeah, we had to do that. And it was, it was quite fun. Even though there was like some kind of like scary moments, there was still, fun learning curves around it.
Hey, Viper. Can you hear me?
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Hi, buddy. How's
What's
it
that
going?
Viper thing?
That's Viper.
Oh, okay. How many coyotes were there, Tyler?
There was 3 or 4.
Yeah, see here, when they're in groups like that, we got to stay clear from them because coyotes, when they're in packs, they act like wolves.
Yeah. Well, and
They're skittish on their
Oh,
own.
it's working.
well, see, the
Yeah,
crazy
you're
thing
up.
is too, like I told Colin, because he had went down. There's a restroom facility about a half a mile away from the campsite, so I was up there by myself around 12:30 when this happened, and I kid you not, I heard a wolf, and Iowa is not known for wolves. Like where I live, the biggest animals we have are deers, and then anything like predator wise is coyotes. So we don't have black bears, we don't have any kind of bears, any kind of wolves, anything that's going to eat us at night. Occasionally a bobcat here and there, but I heard a wolf like probably 5 minutes before I saw them, and I
That's
was
crazy.
wondering if that wasn't the reason why they had came so close into camp, trying to seek refuge or something, because for them to come up to humans was very abnormal.
So the guys that if in the chat, if you notice, there's a snake up here. Viper is now joining us.
A pit viper, to be precise.
How you doing, buddy? It's good to meet you. Finally.
Good. How are you? Yeah, finally. How's
You guys been
everybody?
keeping me up late. Holy.
See, time flies when you're having fun. I told you, you're gonna be one of those people now that it's like addicting to sit here on a live stream. You got good company, you got good chat, you're having a good time. That's how it worked.
It is. I have to wake up early tomorrow though, so I have to think about seriously going to bed soon though.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours already.
Yeah.
What?
Has it really been that long?
Yep. According to YouTube's stats here, we've been going live for 2 hours.
So that's weird, because didn't it used to show that on Zoom too? The time that we were on here, or was that just only on StreamYard?
That might be just on StreamYard. So, Viper, what is the crazy things that you're seeing in California with all of this COVID-19?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. The amazing, the good part, the good side or whatever of it is, no traffic. Everybody's home hibernating, so there's no traffic. But other than that, I mean, it's.
Do they
pretty
have you
much
guys
what-
locked down, or are you guys able to do what you want to do yet?
It's kind of, well, it's a little bit of both. So where I live, there's nothing really restricting us. They did shut down all malls, all bars, restaurants, any place of gathering, like even Taco Bell, McDonald's. You can't even go in there and sit down. You can only do a takeout and drive through.
What about your churches? Are they locking them up yet?
I haven't heard anything about that. No, those are still going. However, they are saying what they call social distancing. So like you can't be more than like 10 feet away from another person if you're gonna go in a place with more than, I think it's 50 people.
Yeah,
So
see,
they're
that's
starting.
funny too, is because the CDC came out today that you can't do anything, and it's a federal thing now, that you can't
Yeah.
do anything more than 10. But I just saw too, Wisconsin's governor said exactly the same thing, was 50. So I don't know how they are doing that, because you got your federal law and your state law. So
Well, the way I'm understanding it, it's not. I repeat, not martial law,
mm-hmm.
but it is pretty close to that because San Francisco, for example, they're on full lockdown, 100%. Like nobody's. They have a curfew now for being outside. You can't. I think you can't go past 8 p.m. at night. I think something like that. There's a lot of locations that are locked down, shut down.
So
Where
guys,
I live, it's okay. It's we're still able to be mobile.
well, that's good. I know up here they're getting a little bit screwy on a lot of things. Schools are shut down now. They just went
Yeah,
to
same here.
virtual schools
Here
today.
too.
All schools, all college campuses, um, like Macy's, all the malls, everything's shut down. Everything's like abandoned, done.
Are your guys' U-Haul places giving 1 month free storage for college students?
I don't think so. I don't know about that. I haven't heard
Because
about that.
I heard that on the radio the other day that for the college students, since they're kind of have to up and leave almost instantly, that
Yeah.
U-Haul is actually giving them like free truck rentals and then giving them like 1 month free storage until this blows over.
Yeah,
Busy, you
I don't
leaving?
know.
You can't leave.
I'm not too familiar with that one. Sounds nice though.
There's so many different things that are out there with the new packages that are coming through the House and the Senate, and I haven't seen anything come across, and my phone didn't ding.
Yeah.
But,
Well, they keep
Did you guys
changing
shut down the
too.
border?
what?
Are the borders shut down in the U.S.?
No.
The U.S. and Canada is still open, but U.S. and
Well,
Mexico isn't.
no. I heard Canada shut their borders, or we shut. I don't know. The border between Canada and Europe is shut down.
Yeah, ours is shut down, but like the people that are visiting from that are coming back home can come back in, but like they're all the vacation and the tourists and stuff, that's all cut
That's
out. But
done.
the U.S. everything's still on. So
I heard Mexico shut the border, not the U.S. I don't know.
That's kind of
I know it was Mexico that shut their side.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here in the U.S., it's up to the state governors. So the state governors can actually physically put a lockdown on the border, so they can actually physically shut down each state. But that's up to the state's governor as to whether or not they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Busy. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm just giving you crap. Yeah, Jesus, it's midnight and I have 4 children.
I know, same time, Karen. I love you. Thanks you for coming. Bye.
Thank you
It's
for
only 10 o'clock here.
thank you for
Also got another
pimping
4 hours.
Mallory to come up here and be a part of our live stream. It was a pleasure having her up here. Now
I think I'm gonna head out too, though, guys, because
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
need to
be-
get to bed too.
we're gonna
I
be
got
shutting
my
her down
kids.
pretty soon too. It's 11:09.
Yep.
Yeah.
So but-
Yeah, so I'm gonna head out, guys, and thank you guys so much for letting me join. I am really happy. Cool.
Good meeting you for the short moment.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, Viper.
When we see you on your live stream.
All right. Well, I'll
Have a
hit
good
you up
one, Melanie.
for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how I can shut this down here.
Just hit
Okay.
the bottom where it
Little
says
button in the bottom
leave,
corner that says just
leave
leave meeting.
All right.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Plus,
Bye.
it sounds like they keep changing how long certain surfaces can hold the virus on. I've heard some surfaces can hold it up to 3 days on.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, on virus, and then some other surfaces is like 3 hours. So,
I think it
and
was
that's
like
the scary
You
part
know-
too, is they can't figure. You got to think about like your most common stuff that you would, run into, like shopping carts, how long?
Everything, even cash.
Yeah,
Hey, Nicholas,
yeah, that's
good to
the
see
big
you.
thing.
That's one of the things is they said
See-
plastic was holding it really well. Stainless steels were it was able to live there, and the fact that it can live in cold and warm environments. So I don't know, Viper. What's the temperature down by you? In the 60s.
Yeah, he kind of caught me off guard on that one. Hang on, give me a second. It's not too warm. We've had a lot of rain this past week, couple weeks.
Where are you from again, Piper?
I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, okay.
It's currently 50 degrees.
Wow. That's
Today
cold
was a
for
high
you.
of 55, low of 43.
I heard you guys are getting snow too, or certain parts of California is getting a lot of snow.
Yeah, up in the hills, yeah, we get that. And 50 for us is cold. Like, I mean, I'm used to cold weather. For me, it doesn't bother me, cold weather or hot weather. But for California, it's cold.
Yeah, Donald says 3 hours airborne, 3 days for surface.
Hmm.
I would assume that depends on the surface because you can't have a virus living if there's no like wet material like cardboard and paper. You would think that the minute it hits that, it would almost instantly dry out and die.
Oh,
It has
cardboard's one
no
of the
system.
worst.
But yeah, Dylan, you're in a bad state. They are very stubborn up there. So yeah, they don't like to be locked in. Most people don't like to be locked in. Come on, I mean, it's just a common sense thing. We don't like to be told to do something. We'd rather do it on our own, but we don't like being told. Seems
The
like
thing-
go ahead, Viper.
Sorry. The thing that kind of bugs me is they're shutting down this and shutting down that and implementing these rules here and there, and it's always changing every day. It's just more and more. Now, it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but what worries me, is, for example, my work recently has been slow, so they've been cutting down hours. Now, due to this virus, it's even worse. So I got sent home 2 hours early yesterday. Today I didn't even go into work at all. I didn't go in at all, and I didn't get paid. Tomorrow is probably going to be the same thing. So that's just me. Now, more affected in the same way. I'm worried financially how long this is going to go. Like, and if I'm out of work because of this virus, how are you going to pay rent? How are you going to pay bills? Because that's not going to stop coming in,
They're actually one of the things that the first set of stuff that's going through the House and Senate now was actually to help with that exact thing. The second one, they're sending out $1,000 to every adult to help pay for some of the costs that way.
I hope so.
You're absolutely right. I did hear that this thing can it's not even hit its spike until May or June.
Yeah, because like our governor here just said today that the schools are most likely going to be closed until summer, like the end of the school year, like summer, like past July,
And I think one of the other thing that people got to realize, it's going to be a lot different for you because of just the size of the city that you live in.
Mm-hmm.
Like for us, we live in a very small town, and for us, I think once everything clears out and passes, but I do think that hey, Metal Magic, good to see you. Oh, we got a spicy raid coming in. Good to see you. We got killdeers in here.
Guess that one's over.
So you have that kind of things that are coming in, but people have to use some common sense, and I think that if people do that and they let this thing, because if you take in what I think what they're going after, if everybody would go in their homes for a week, or let's say 2 weeks, because it can actually Crazy Ann, good to see you.
Hi, Crazy Ann.
The Hunt for Heat, good to see you. I think that you will see this thing just dissipate, but the problem is most people, there's going to be people out there going to buck the system no matter what you do, and I think when this goes, people are getting nuts and this common sense is thrown right out the window.
Exactly.
Good to see you, Crazy
Paranoia.
Ann.
Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. In a 6 square mile, 6 square mile radius where I live. Okay, it's in the city, so that's why it might sound small to you guys, but in 6 square miles, we went to a supermarket, Ralph's. I don't know if you guys know where Ralph's is, but we went to the supermarket. Then we went to a Target, then a Walmart, then to another Target, then a CVS, and then a 99-cent store. And in all those stores in 6 square miles, we found one loaf of bread.
You found what? One loaf of bread?
That's it.
Wow.
And we were able to get milk at one of the Walmart. So like everybody hoarded so much stuff, and they really, from what I noticed, from what I analyzed, the people that bought so much stuff bought all the unnecessary things.
I actually saw a picture that was, I think, I don't know if it was on my Facebook or where. They showed a Walmart aisle, the donut aisle. People were cleaning out the donut aisle.
Yeah. No, they literally took a lot of perishable foods. And I was telling my wife, like, if you're trying to go in survival mode, if you're trying to go like off the grid or any kind, you don't want to buy like 60 pounds of raw meat for a family of 2, you know, and like fruits and stuff. That's gonna go bad over time because you're not gonna eat all that at once.
Well, same with the bread and tortillas. In my state, they're hoarding bread and tortillas like it's freaking gold.
So
Yeah.
Bread only lasts roughly about 7 days anyway.
Right.
But unless you can manage to eat 60 loaves of bread in 7 days, you just wasted all of that food that somebody else could have eaten.
All the food and money that you have, and the thing.
Thanks for coming in, JT. Good night.
Conveniently enough for us, my wife and I, all the food that we get was completely the opposite of what everybody else got. So like we walked around, we found what we needed because we know what to get.
So what happens up there, Viper, you know, living in that big city, if you have electrical outage or shortages that way? I mean, you guys use a lot of solar up there, or do you just, is it more with nuclear power?
I don't know. I know a lot of houses and buildings, like corporate buildings, they have solar and all that, you know, because why not? But they said that they're not. See, that's the thing. It's everybody's talking and saying this and that, but there's no real definite answer. They're saying, oh, you know, if you're affected by this virus, we're not going to shut the utilities down and this and that. You know, that's good, but till when? And do we have to pay? Like, nobody knows. You know, you're out of work. I'm out of work. The electricity's still on. Like, somebody's got to pay. You know, so I'm still like, for the past 2 days, I've been trying to analyze the news. Like, I haven't gotten an answer, like a direct. Okay, you're gonna stay indoors for 14 days, and this month's rent and electricity bill and, you know, all your utilities will be waived. Okay, cool. That's an answer. Everyone here is just saying like, yeah, just practice social distancing and you know, wash your hands, and you don't have to hoard food.
If you guys didn't know, we actually contacted today because we've been sick now for 2 weeks, and we contacted our local health provider, and they have a COVID-19 hotline.
Okay.
So I called the hotline today, and we've been in the ER, we've been in the hospital, back and forth here for the last 2 weeks, and they started talking to us, and you sit and talk to a nurse first, and then she deems you that you go to the next stage, which would be a triage nurse. And to make a long story short, after sitting in a half an hour on a wait and going through all these questions, when they got to when's the last time that you guys had a fever, and we said last Friday is when our fevers broke, well, then you just sit home and you self-quarantine yourself for a couple more days. They didn't want to hand out tests. Now, Trump said in his statement, anybody that wanted a test could have one. Huh?
Can you rewind that? They didn't hand out what?
They didn't. They weren't going to give us a COVID-19 test.
Oh, wow.
And even though Trump said that anybody that wanted one could have one, our local hospitals, I think, are scared, for number one. So if you aren't having the fever, like we have all the rest of the symptoms, but we're not having the fevers right now because we're past that point. Mm-hmm. So they didn't want us to come in to do the test. Now, what I heard also is that people that have COVID-19, they're sending them to the back door of the hospital. They don't want them even coming into the hospital.
Wow.
So it's really getting to the, and the funny thing is so okay, they didn't want to test us to find out for sure if we had COVID-19 or not. So how are the charts correct in the numbers? Like if you go to John Hopkins right now, like I was telling everybody in the beginning, you know, this morning it was at 5,700. Tyler, you muted me.
Yeah, the turd still has full control over your chat.
You.
I noticed that the minute I went mute on me, I was like, "What the heck? Who muted me?" It's like I didn't push the button. This turd still has full control.
Wait,
I
what?
was switching everything around on the. I didn't know I could change the 4 panels.
Yeah, the Tyler. When I jumped out before because my screen got messed up, I gave Tyler the reins here and gave him.
Oh,
so
I was like, wait, how come I can't do that?
Yeah, that's why. But yeah, I was, you know, so the numbers ain't correct.
Yeah.
So if the numbers aren't correct, we got a big problem. And right now, like I said this morning, we were at 5,700 confirmed cases in the United States. When I went live tonight, that was at 60 something now. So it's almost jumped 900 cases in the last couple hours.
Mm-hmm. We had 54 new cases in 24 hours here in LA alone, just a county. And it's making me wonder now, like, is this for real? Like, are their machines, like, know what they're reading? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
What was the other thing is we had to actually go in and start from scratch because Trump said that the Chinese were going to send the test kits over here by the millions, but he said that they had a 40 to 50% success rate, and he said that wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
so we actually had to build and start from scratch these test kits. That's another reason why it's so slow of getting out. But now I've got family that lives down in Alabama, and they said they got drive-throughs of the COVID-19 test sites where you just drive in and they do the test right there.
Yeah, they've been having drive-thrus here too.
Yeah, I personally don't see how a drive-through is going to give you an accurate testing of whether or not you have it or not.
And then
It
how long
only
does
takes
that
a
take?
couple of hours for a blood sample to run through. You
Well,
can't possibly go through a drive-through in 30 minutes and find out if you have it.
The thing of it is too is they're doing it by they're prioritizing them by if you're an elderly by a certain age, your symptoms, anything like that. So you might get that test there, but you might not hear something for a week because you're not in that category yet.
Yeah, see. Yeah, sorry about that, JCT. I think that was an accident.
Yeah, I don't know. So much is going on that I don't know. There's so much to listen to and so much to.
Well, that is right. You just said it. That's the problem. Is there's a lot of falsehoods out there right now that people are jacking this up and making it. You know, they're fear mongering is what they're doing, and it worries a lot of people because if you haven't been prepared, or you know you're not living on a homestead with acreage out in the middle of nowhere, and you're living in town. In an apartment or anything like that, I can understand why, you know, I'd be a little nervous too. Like if I was in Tyler's situation right now, even though he's in a really small town, I still would be nervous.
Yeah. And then I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm good where I'm at. My neighbors, like most of us over here, we live on half an acre, quarter of an acre, third of an acre. So the houses are spread like literally end to end. The houses are like 60 feet apart.
Social distancing.
No, it's just the location I live in. That's how this whole grid system's down here. It's a really old housing division. Well, it's not even a housing division. A lot of this down
Take
here
care, Killdeer.
is farmland.
Good night, Oil Patch. Hey, McCoy, it's good to see you. I just seen you pop in the room here. I don't know how long you've been in here.
I think McCoy came in from the spicy raid as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, JCT, I think that was an accident.
Yeah, I don't know why that you got timed out, buddy. I'm not a troll.
I think it's because of what he said. He said he was fading, so I'm out, y'all, and then did a weird emote, but I think somebody misread that.
Oh, yeah.
I think they thought he was talking about smoking the herb.
So there's a lot of things that you guys are going to see here. One thing that I can tell you without a doubt is that you're going to see a higher spike here And if you haven't noticed, there's certain areas that are talking about putting up shelters and camps and stuff like that for people. You know, then so yeah, just use your head, use your common sense. Because that's what God gave us, common sense.
Yeah.
I've heard talks that they're going to be turning like Walmarts and like Targets into like FEMA camps.
Well, me and Tyler were talking the other day, and if you guys didn't notice this, it was probably, I want to say, close to 5 years ago. There was railroad cars full of black throwaway caskets that you could put 3 to 6 bodies inside these caskets. And where did them all go? They're stockpiled somewhere else. So that was years ago. Now, Tyler, if you want to throw your phone picture up here again so Viper can see that little Simpson thing, that was another thing that blew my mind.
Oh no, that wasn't even the only one. The apparently Simpsons predicted TikTok. They also predicted Tom Hanks's quarantine.
Yeah, so if you look at this Viper, once it comes in here, it says 1993, Season 4, Episode 21 of The Simpsons. It shows them the coronavirus. Look at that.
Wait, what? No way.
Yeah.
So there's actually 151
Yeah, while you're talking,
episodes where they have predicted, even with some of the most, like, it was like so right on the money. Like when President Trump met with the leader of, what was it, like Egypt or somewhere over there, and they're meeting in front of the big glass ball, and I mean, like all their predictions, the 9/11. There's so many, like I said, there's over 150. Like when The Simpsons predicted Trump would win, and he's going down the excavator, and the little lady that's holding the sign drops the Trump sign. Like even The Simpsons episode predicted that like 10 years ago before he got elected as president. It's really
that's
weird.
some weird.
That was actually an episode in 1996. Was that episode where they predicted Trump would win the election?
Yep, and just like the video shows of Trump going down the escalator moments after winning the election, a little girl had dropped a sign that said Trump on it, and in the episode there's a little girl on there that dropped the Trump sign as well, same color sign, same lettering, everything. And like I said, there's been over 150 different episodes that predicted the future as far as, you know, everything that's been going on, all the major stuff like 9/11, elections, global pandemics, all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely, Dylan. You know, we don't want to panic. We just got to be smart with what we're doing.
How is that even possible?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I found some stuff that will make people's heads turn about this whole thing. And how far back.
I didn't want to say it, but I have my suspicion on like what's the word I'm looking for? Conspiracy theory, I guess is the word. I don't know. I have a feeling like.
Well, there's another theory here too. Is that somebody was talking about the 5K or 5G? I'm sorry, and about that stuff. Well, Tyler used to do fiber optics, and he was telling me how back when 3G and 4G, how they were, he was getting massive bad headaches. Look at that, Area 51. You know.
Here's a.
I lost it. Hang on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the exact same one that I saw in the Simpsons episode. Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Yep.
Let's see if it'll play the this.
Here's one that'll get you.
No, we're probably now we're probably gonna get copyright strikes for showing them.
Yeah, whatever.
Nah.
Most likely, just because we're talking about this stuff, Mark, your thing's gonna get striked anyway, or it's gonna get demonetized.
No,
Yeah.
what happened at the end of the episodes? Because
so
we need to we need to know.
Here you can see. This was back in like 2001, 1990.
Keep talking. So you're presenting.
And let's see if it'll show it. But yeah, he I don't know if I missed it. But yeah, he's like walking down, and like the same sign that fell was like the same, just like in the video. Here we go. Play. There we go. Like as he's walking down, see how that sign fell in the background, just like it happened in real life. It's so crazy, some of the stuff that they had predicted. And I think it was, let's see, in 2002 they predicted Trump meeting with the the Trump and the Orb encounter. So here's that's part of the episode.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Wow, what a trip. Look at that.
Told you. Some freaky crap going out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode aired in 2002, and that happened here within the last year. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's like I said, over 150 incidences where Simpsons
Here's another one.
right on the money.
So we got
Come on.
CPD survival.
Come on. Did you see that?
Yep.
The biggest thing that really caught my attention was when Simpsons predicted Fox and Disney merging together, because that was something that was just out of the blue, like no one thought would ever happen. You know, two huge major companies, and sure enough, they predicted that back in like 1995, and that happened within the last year as well.
Yeah, Dylan, that's kind of why we do this, is so people can come in here and see, you know, because there's so much information out there, but a lot of that information is fear mongering, and we like to do it in a calm way and just let you guys see it for yourself. Amen. Exactly. Oil patch. Oh, I'll tell you, this is getting nasty.
You know, somebody, I was reading the messages because I'm watching this thing on Facebook. It's saying President Trump announced he and Treasury Secretary Steve McEwen, I don't know how to
Colin?
Oh, McEwen?
McEwen?
McEwen, as in like you that stinks.
Oh.
Yeah, are working on a big and bold legislative package to address the coronavirus crisis that includes looking at sending checks to Americans immediately. Now, I was reading a comment in the comment section, and somebody wrote, you know, be aware of your mailboxes because people will loot the mailboxes.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I was just told before we came live that there are scammers out there that have putting Red Cross stickers on their vehicle and pulling into your house and saying that they're going to give you the coronavirus test. And then you have to pay for this test, which is one, that's how you figure out it's a scam. And two, if you tell them no, they just go and loot your place.
What?
Yeah, so make sure you guys are watching it, because the Red Cross will not show up your house, and nobody's going to show up at your house to do a coronavirus test.
Yeah, like the IRS when they call you.
Yeah, that's another one.
Well, another thing too, like I was telling Mark, when President Trump first addressed the union in Oval Office about a week ago, I had called Mark up right after, and I said, "Hey, did you see that?" And he's like, "No, I didn't get to watch it." I said, "Well, when you watch it, why don't you watch Trump's, just watch everything that he does and says, because he doesn't look healthy. He looks very sick. He sounds sick. He looks sick."
Yeah, yeah, Mikey, just my email is in the chat up there.
Yeah.
Just grab my email and send me an email, and I'll send you the link to get in there.
Here's another one that'll get you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like I said, they predicted a lot. What is his name? Matt Groening? Isn't that the
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of talk. There was actually a radio show where they got him on there and they asked him, you know, are you a time traveler? I mean, how is this such a coincidence that you come up with all these episodes years
Serious.
before it actually happens? And he kind of laughs and kind of diverts the question, where he tries not to answer anything, which I found kind of weird too.
So, guys, you don't even have to go and watch this. You can find these on Google. You can find these all on the internet. They're not hiding this at all. Like I said, it's just that you have to go and look for the stuff. The information is out there. You just have to go and look. And when you're trapped in a house with nothing to do, it is a all-day excursion.
See, my best source of news, what I trust and what I go to a lot is like Infowars.
Is
I
that
always
still
go.
around?
Yeah, it's still around.
He
Yep.
still has Infowars as his main channel, his
He's still-
internet. Yeah, his
yeah,
I
he
thought
still
they
has.
shut him down. Like they said no
They
more.
tried. They tried.
Oh, good.
Which I find that crazy because freedom of speech. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that stuff and why he got
I
shut
know.
down. But
Grace. Tom Clancy's
yeah.
another one. That's another. If you ever watch that new thing on I think Prime has it on Tom Clancy's thing that's going on now. That's another.
And another one that'll blow your mind.
The Tesla truck, yeah.
That's
Yup.
not right. That's just not right. How is that possible?
I said when you get into The Simpsons and you get into like conspiracies and stuff, like
I love those Simpsons. I used to watch them all the time. Like
yeah, it is so crazy. It's so mind blowing. Is because you got to think like, is he a time traveler or is a lot of the stuff that's happening? Is it just
seriously.
people going off of what The Simpsons predicted back then and making it what it is now? I don't know.
All right, Dylan. I got
Who knows? Maybe Matt Groening is like part of the NWO, and he's the one who controls everything. The elites, the global elites.
Mikey, you should have came up here 2 hours ago. You're hilarious. Okay, I sent it back to you. You got the link. This is exactly what we're talking about, guys, and this is why we get on here and discuss these things, is that there's a lot of information out here that everybody has come across, and
It's crazy. I know. I'm sure not everyone in here is a Trump supporter, and that's everyone has a right to their own opinions. But it's funny how he got ridiculed, and people were so mad because he had shut down trades and borders with China, and everyone thought he was just such a bad guy for doing that. And now look,
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey, Chelsea, you're I got 2 thumbs down from your trolls.
They can suck it. You probably got more thumbs up anyway. Plus, you still got whatever view count time from them anyways.
Yeah.
So as long as they were on here trolling me or doing whatever they do, you were still getting watch time.
Yeah, I don't care.
Jokes on them.
Right?
I laugh when that's kind of funny. I feel like I actually feel sorry for him, because when you go into that panel and everybody's blue, and if you say anything wrong, you get stomped on. It's like Russian roulette with a full gun. I mean, come on, you got to use some common sense there.
Yeah, some people, they just have nothing better to do than...
They actually
Keep
waste
started.
their own time to say no.
And what's funny about this is they have to build all these extra accounts, because as soon as I block them or hide them from the page, that account can't come on here anymore. So
That's a good one. That joke's really on them, and then they're like, "Oh, well, screw this! I'll just make another account. I'm so determined for that thumbs down."
Did you, Mark? Did you watch that interview where Joe Biden was talking about buying a shotgun, not an AR-15?
You mean? I thought. Wait, Joe Biden? Yeah, you mean the AR-14?
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
14.
Yeah, but he was like, it's so funny. He's just like, yeah, he's like, you want to defend your home, go outside with a double-barrel shotgun, pump 2 shots out there, and I guarantee you no one will want to come in. You don't need 30-round, he calls them clips. And I saw that clip the other day.
Did you see him swearing and fighting with that construction worker guy?
Yeah, I saw that one too. And that guy's actually getting hooked up by
The NRA.
5 or 6 different gun manufacturers, and yeah, he's getting a pretty sweet end of the deal there.
Yeah, I saw a Facebook video of him, and he was like, "I am a proud supporter of I think it was the NRA or some other thing."
Yeah, here's part of it. Listen to this.
If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun. Have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun. And I promise you, as I told my wife, we live in an area that's wooded and somewhat secluded. I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here, or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts outside the house. I promise you, who's ever coming in is not going to, you don't need an AR-15. It's harder to aim, it's harder to use, and in fact, you don't need 30 rounds to protect yourself. Buy a
That's
shotgun.
okay. Thanks for coming in here. You know, the funny thing is if anybody with common sense here's a shotgun and here's 2 bangs, that means you got to reload.
Exactly.
No
Yep.
shit.
Hey,
And depending
Mikey,
on the
did
kind of shotgun you have, that two rounds could take a second.
Mikey, did you get that? Did you get that link? Are you loading up Zoom there, buddy?
See, I know I'm probably going to sound stupid saying this, but I know a lot of people are gun supporters and think that's the way to go.
Hey, what?
I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be hard to fire a gun if you've got no hands.
Yep, there
Yeah,
goes.
it's really close.
There goes my demonetization right there. Justin, bring it on.
It was long.
We're talking
long-
about guns on the channel, Mark.
Yeah, it's going.
Plus, it's
No, what Mark was talking about, and what I was talking with Troy and some of my other sponsors that were part of the 7-day survival challenge that we did, the air rifles. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, especially, like me. I own 6 ARs. Well, you guys don't even know that. I own a lot of guns. But
Hey, I got
where he
3.
lives.
I got 3.
but an air rifle, I mean, the ammunition, and if you get really good at it, I mean, we're talking probably one of the best weapons you can have, because ammunition is super cheap. You get a lot of it. You're talking a great amount of food source with it. I mean, you cannot go wrong with a little air rifle. I mean, like I said, if you practice with it, I mean, you can take down deer, you can take down whatever it may be.
There's Mikey.
So I definitely would recommend everyone to get one of those. I mean, they're super cheap.
There he
Definitely
is.
have.
You know, I went to Big 5.
That's all my ammo for my 22 air rifle.
Mikey, there's a Fortnite king right there.
Right?
I went to Big 5 earlier today, and they were like a lot of their. I mean, here they don't sell many big caliber guns at Big 5. I mean, they sell 22s and like I think.
Yeah, Dragon. Well, most
Like, you
people,
know.
most people don't have those kinds of shotguns, buddy. Okay, but I do
We're
know
not
what you're
walking around
exactly.
with the AA-12 for sure.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and we're sitting both in the same boat here. But you guys haven't seen those that video of Tyler, and we're doing the little test fires with the pellet guns, and you look at the difference between the pellet guns. They have came a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big 5 was sold out of BB guns. And I was like, what are you gonna do with the BB gun? Like,
Poke an eye out.
that's what I told my wife. I'm like, if you're good enough, if you're really good, you might shoot their eye out, and that'll give you enough time to like attack them physically. But
So, Mikey,
know.
how's it
Come on,
going,
BB
buddy?
gun.
What's that?
I said, how you doing? Been a while.
Good. Yeah. No, I've been really busy. Just last year I started my own business, and then
Nice.
came winter, things slowed down, so I went back to work full time, and then just this past week I went back to part time. I'm excited to get back into doing my own business. We're actually going to start selling firewood this year, and
Nice.
which is actually working out pretty good, because the way things are, I'll be able to just kind of hunker down at home and just split a bunch of wood, and then I'll have a good stockpile of wood to be able to sell when everything kind of clears up. So
There you go.
Where are
Yeah.
you located?
we're in New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Spicy. How's it going, buddy?
What up, Spicy?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are going on that are really crazy right now. But I'll tell you what, when I started watching the guys from the UK with those air rifles, and I started to see what they were capable of doing. I mean, they've got up to 50 cal air rifles.
Jeez.
They're shooting, like the
Wow.
one that we got. I can take that out at 100 yards, and I can shoot through a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, no problem. So in military standards, that's considered a kill shot. And when they become so accurate that you can sit there and pound dimes and nickels with these things all day long, and they've got ballistic tips now, they have polymer tips. They have all kinds of different ammunition for this thing. They have came a long way.
Wow.
Yeah. Like mine weighs 9 pounds. Tyler actually got to shoot mine and hold it. Mine weighs 9 pounds and it takes 40 pounds just to cock it.
For a pellet gun?
Yeah.
Wow.
No
Because
kidding.
you have a barrel
Wow.
break, right, on your pellet gun?
Yeah. So I mean, those are the things that, yeah, you already screwed it up with your little knife, so I'll go get it.
Really?
Ain't no virus coming at me. Any virus that tries is gonna get murdered by my state heat.
Yeah, where we live, we're pretty far out in the woods. We're on like farm country up in here in New Hampshire. It's pretty
So you-
quiet, but
You guys all know
You're killing me, Phil. This is I'm munching on stuff.
So this is your normal Crossman air rifle, right? Everybody has seen these things. You can buy them at Walmart, anywhere. This shoots
kinda
900. This is 990 feet per second for a pellet gun.
There goes your demonetization.
Yeah, there goes my deal.
He's worried about mine. Mine was a pointy.
yeah, I have I think mine's like 1,200 foot per second.
So then you come up to this style one. Now this is 1,870 feet per second,
Wow.
and this has
Wow.
the brake on it. So that's the difference. And like I said, and you can get these in the UK, and because in the UK they can't have weapons, so they went to these things, and you can get these in 22 all the way up to a 50 cal.
Jeez.
Something new.
I didn't
though.
even know that existed.
Well, I will, that's the same thing with my compounds, my crossbows, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's getting to the point now where, I remember the first crossbow was like this, and it was a bear to pull back. Well, now they got crossbows that they fit
Yeah,
in this
mini
small,
ones.
mini ones. It's crazy.
My friend just bought one at Big Five, a little 2,000 crossbow. And I'm surprised with that little tiny little band that it has going. Man, that thing shoots hard and far. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Dragon. Once I put that in there, that was all gone. But anytime when Chelsea pulled out the old samurai sword, I think, okay.
It wasn't a samurai sword. It's just a short little not Roman. It's just a short little Tonto.
But I mean, like I was showing Tyler, you can get ballistic tips for these things. You can get subsonic rounds for them. You can get polymer tipped. The amount of BB or pellets that you can get now is just amazing. And the thing, like a normal pellet is like 9 point some grams. And some of the ones that I got are 11, 12 grams. That's how heavy they are.
No, Heaven's Essential. It depends on the air rifle you have. The majority of the time, 90% of air rifles don't have any recoil.
Want to bet?
Well, I said depends on the air rifle.
Ask
If your air
Tyler.
rifle kicks like a shotgun, then yeah, it's going to have recoil.
Ask Tyler about the recoil.
Yeah, mine's actually got some pretty nice recoil to it. Mine was given to me as part of a sponsor by Annihilator Air Guns. He's the same person who made Zachary Fowler's 50 cal air rifle. And it's got a nice hit to it. It shoots pretty good, but it's still quiet enough. Like I said, I mean, that's a great alternative. You get really good with it because you can take down, deer or whatever, may be by you. And like I said, the ammunition is just ridiculously cheap, and you can stockpile up enough to last a very long time.
Or in Tyler's case, you can shoot a wolf in the face.
Yeah, which I probably did.
Yeah, oil patch. I'm telling you, man, you gotta get your stuff set up, and we'll bring you up on a panel. And I was actually really surprised when I started doing the research in UK and how technical. I mean, they've got auto shots where it's a 6-round cylinder, so that's the bolt action, and they're just boom, boom. It has come a long way, and it's amazing how accurate they are. Like that one is a heavy barrel, and you can sit there and just drive nails with that thing. So if you're locked in place and you got the tripod out and you're just sitting there, you can sit there all day long.
Yeah, the one I got's it's like brake action. It's like 1,200 foot per second, and I've actually taken down like turkeys and stuff with it. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even. I try to shoot the birds in my yard or specific birds, and I can't even do it because the bullet goes through them so fast they don't even feel it.
They fly away. That's all you got?
No, they literally do. I've shot them straight in the chest, and you just see like a little puff of feathers, and the bird just flies off.
Oh my god.
Heaven's Essentials, yeah. I mean, air rifles have come a long way.
Yeah, the velocity of a pellet gun is like a 22.
Yeah, it's this one right now, and I don't tell what dieseling is, but if you diesel this thing, it'll crack like a 22, and you really crank up the feet per second coming out of it. But you gotta have.
Yeah, see, that's what I have. I have a 22 pellet rifle, but mine's weird because mine's not a barrel break. Mine's a pump.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like a shotgun, but it's got the. What? No, I'm serious. Look, I'll show you.
Oh, there goes my monetization. Look at that. There he goes again.
Oh my god! I think you pulled yours out, so your monetization's already gone. So, I mean, it looks like a shotgun, but it's a barrel break. It's a pump.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the one thing I like about mine is just the longer barrel. I mean, that thing is humongous.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Who makes that?
This was made by Black Ops. And what the reason we got this for was because obviously you have chickens. Well, what comes with chickens?
Yeah.
Rats. Well, let me tell you, you guys want to have a blast because I got a vision that hooks up with this thing. It is hilarious. We'll go out in the summertime and we'll sit there and I'll be sitting back here on the deck taking 50-yard pot shots at rats at nighttime, and it's complete darkness. But when you start to pull the stuff out here and you start to set this up, the flashlights. There's so many different add-ons now that you can have on this thing. It's just crazy.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently mine's a Benjamin air rifle, but I've had this thing since I was like 12.
22 mag. Yeah, I got my. We were having fun last year with them. I took out the Ruger Mark III or Mark II, and a 9-round clip in there, and I was popping them off with that. That was hilarious too. But the problem is that makes them bang and a lot of noise. So usually you got to wait 15 minutes for them dumb things to come back out. But it's fun.
Yeah, so I guess this one, Mark, only has, according to the stats on this, it's only 680 FPS.
Well, it's a 22 caliber, so that's gonna be a lot of lead going down range too. So that makes a big difference.
Well, .22, but yeah, it's a 5.5 millimeter. But yeah, this thing, it chucks a decent sized chunk of lead. That's for sure.
McCoy, yeah, no rats, but neighbors' dogs, raccoons, and badgers. I'll tell you what. When I was growing up on the farm, we were baling a hayfield, and we came across, and I watched a badger grab onto the tire of the John Deere and go round and around and around, and he wasn't letting go. And I actually had to call Dad up and say, "Hey, we got a problem here." Because every time you go and make a lap around the field to get the hay bale, that badger would come out and lock onto the tire of the tractor. So they have no fear.
Oh, badgers are a-holes. They're the a-holes of the freaking family, man. You piss one of those things off,
you guys
it'll
want to
chase
go
you
check
until
out.
you
You
or
want to
it
go
dies.
check out something bad? Go check out the honey badger. That is a capital a-hole of all of them.
Huh.
He's worse
Have you guys
than-
ever seen a movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good movie.
Yeah, you remember the stupid badger in that one? The guy, he pissed the badger off, and the badger took the dude's shoe off and chased him through the desert.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I remember badgers from that one movie. Badgers are a-holes.
No, go look up honey badger. That's the king of the a-holes. They're worse than the Wolverine, and they take on bears. They think they got the bear-sized attitude. Yeah, Dragon. Yeah, I remember that movie too. The Red Rider. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, unfortunately, I grew up in the Boston area, so I never really got to grow up like kind of understanding like different types of wildlife. So like the last 15, 20 years is kind of like my experience learning it. So I'm trying to figure it out still.
Oh,
Oh, come on, Boston has giant rats.
They do, unfortunately. Yeah, like some people have actually mistaken them for like dogs. Like,
Yeah,
oh, look at this look at this poor dog. It's like, no, that's a rat. It's like,
I hate rats.
It's like, don't take that home. That's a rat.
What they mistaken is like some hungry Chihuahua.
Yeah, it's like no.
Yeah, but
No,
quite
that's just a 4-pound rat.
badger will clean out a chicken coop in a hurry.
Yeah, we've had coyotes, fox, raccoons, bear come through and kill our chickens. We actually at one point we had 40 plus chickens. Last year, 2 years ago, we had 45 or so chickens, and we had a family of 5 bears come through and killed half of them.
Whoosh.
We have a problem with eagles because we have a raptor recovery 10 miles as a crow flies from us. So when they let them things loose, they fly right over the top of us. So one year we had a immature eagle come down right by the door of the chicken coop and nail on. Feathers all over. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You know, I'm like, ugh. So now we had to build scarecrows, and they work really well. Ma put some PVC with pie tins in their hands, so when the wind blows, their arms move. We got rid of the problem with the rabbits.
Oh yeah.
They don't come around anymore. Then she'd move them around the chicken yard. So, I came home that one night. She sent me a message. She says, "Yeah, when you get home, don't go and shoot the scarecrow on the fence. It's not a person." And I'm like, so I pull in the driveway, and here's this. It looked like a person standing right next to my gate to go into my chicken yard. I'm like, that's just freaky,
Yeah, see, and had you not gotten the warning, you probably would have pulled out and shot the thing. You probably would have put a bullet or two in the house. Although, that might have scared off the ghost.
Yeah, a few years ago, we came home, drove up to the house. I actually had a broken leg that year, and my wife was driving. We were pulled up to the house, and I looked over at the chicken coop, and the door was kind of pulled off, and I'm like, that's weird. And so I went over there and I looked, and there was like dead chickens everywhere. I'm like, oh, something's been around here. And we have night vision cameras all around our property. So I went in the house, I logged in the camera system, and I watched the video, and I have I should post it on my channel actually. I have a video of the whole family of 5 black bears coming through our whole property, going into the chicken coop and just killing one at a time.
I actually have a video of that this last fall here, where a black bear at 1 a.m. decided he was gonna show up, and the surveillance cameras caught it. And but we did not know that, so of course Mama gets all nervous and she's yelling and screaming. So what I do is I go in and grab my shotgun, and I go and grab my pistol, and I go outside, and I'm trying to clear buildings because we got all these buildings around. And like, we got the shop, we got the garage, we got the chicken coop, we got the smokehouse. There's so many places to hide, and plus it's 1 a.m. It's dark out, so I'm out there with my flashlight, and I'm going through. And meanwhile she's on the phone with the police. So, and she's telling the police that she saw this shadow up by our shop, and there's somebody that's on our property. So the cop pulls up here, and he's like, "You guys okay?" And I'm like, "Well, you're here now." So I set the shotgun down, and he's like, "Well, how many buildings you got left to clear out?" I said, "I got the main shop," and I said, "Then I got my smokehouse back here." And as soon as I hit it with the lights, I said, "Well, the lock is still on it, so some dummy's not going to be in there." And he says, "Well, your whole backside of your property is full of apple trees, and anybody could be anywhere." He says, "So go get your shotgun." so we're walking, by the kids' playhouses. We're checking everything over, and then I couldn't find any footsteps. I saw one track that went out towards the field, but I said, that doesn't look like it was human. It looked like it was one of the dogs. So needless to say, they all left, and we cleared out all the buildings, and they left, and they said, if you see anything, you just give us a call back, and they were really cool about it. And we come in the house, and I'm like, all of a sudden Mama says, "I'm going to check the surveillance cameras." And sure enough, black bear come running right across the driveway, came right alongside the shop and the garage, and right where I said the dogs walked, well, that was his footprints going out to the field. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But he must have had an eye opener, because all of the security lights turned on. So as soon as he walked onto the concrete pad, he got blasted with all those lights. So he lit out of here like a ton of bricks.
Took off, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting video too.
What, the bear one?
Yeah. Remember you showed that one to me.
Yeah.
I think Tyler's seen it too.
Yeah, I have a
That was nuts. That wasn't a very big one. It looked like it was still juvenile, but still would have done some damage had it wanted to.
Yeah, I have a video. I think I have a video of me shooting a bear in the back. Because that same night, so that night that I came home, I found the chickens dead, and I was like, all right, something's going on. So the next night, I looked at the video cameras, and again, the same bears came through, and they killed more chickens. And I'm like, all right, are they gonna keep coming back? So I talked to a friend of mine, and he's like, as long as there's live chickens, they're gonna just keep coming back every night until they're gone.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So I sat out, and like I was saying, I had a broken leg, so I was injured. So I'm like, well, I can't chase a bear, and I can't run away from one. So I parked my wife's car over by the chicken coop, shut all the lights off, and I just sat quiet and waited. And about 1:30 in the morning, I heard something, so I turned the lights on, and I saw a bear in the chicken coop trying to kill the chickens. And I had my guns in the car with me, so I lifted my gun up. I shot the bear in the back. It dropped, and I'm like, all right, I got it. And it looked like it was flailing, but then it got back up. It broke out the back of the chicken coop and took off. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh crap! I'm like,
Oh yeah, dude. Unless
So the
you
next-
got like a high-powered rifle and you do a headshot or a neck shot, all you're gonna do is piss off a bear with a standard
You
shot.
guys want to hear something hilarious? What time did we start this whole? Because I went down we had 20 in the house, and all of a sudden it dropped to 0 for 10 minutes,
Oh wow.
and then it came back up to 18. So, guys that are in the chat, you guys weren't even here for 5 minutes. So,
oh wow.
That's weird. How would it have done that? Because you gave Tyler the reins when you bailed to reset your green screen, but that was only like a minute and a half.
here, I'll show you guys. It's hilarious.
Wow.
So, okay, so you're seeing that. So I'll move this over here.
But like, how would it have dropped down? Wrong one, Mark.
What?
It said wrong one.
No, that's
Wait,
all right.
what?
It's all right.
Oh,
one.
okay.
Here it is. Now it's back up. All right. It was just over there and it disappeared. There's a big hole between 11:30 and 12 right in here. Weird.
Yeah, all I see is the background screen of your.
Here, you see a bunch of rocks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Now you
There
see
we
it?
go.
Yeah, there was a hole right in here between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. It was right here where there was 20 people in the room, and then
Oh,
there was this gigantic hole.
wow,
that's
that's cool. That's YouTube Studio.
This is when you go live and you go through YouTube, you can actually watch your stats and it shows you
Wow.
minute for minute how many people are in your room.
Yeah, I haven't done much with YouTube in a while, so.
Chris says I'm not right.
Which is kind of crazy because like I keep getting these notifications like so and so subscribed to you, so and so subscribed to you, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I now have like almost 3,000 people subscribed, and I'm like, they should probably like start putting videos back up.
I know. I know the
Like-
feeling.
Like I haven't been doing that.
I haven't seen any videos come out from you, Viper. That's another
I
thing.
know. You know, I had changed my job, so it kind of affected my hours and my ways of doing videos, and then I just come home so tired and unmotivated that I'm like, I just want to sleep and eat and relax.
Fixing to head out of here, Mark.
That's
What?
how I feel most days.
I'm fixing to head out of here. I'm ready for bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's already 12 o'clock. I'm probably gonna shut her down. We've been on 3 hours.
Yep.
Wow,
That was a quick 3 hours. It didn't even seem that long.
that's crazy how time flies, man.
Yeah, it's been a blast. Mikey, you should have came up earlier, man. Oh, Mikey left. Where'd he go?
Yeah, we should ask him if he'll eat anything.
Oh, I don't know about eating, but he might drink anything.
Because you know, Mikey eats everything.
No, sorry, I'm back. I just went to go to the bathroom.
I was gonna tell you, we should have got you up here earlier because it's already 12:05, so we've been on for over 3 hours, so we're gonna shut her down.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually ask you, do you have like a regular schedule or?
Well, since we've been quarantined, we've been playing just about every night, but usually we go on after 10. Usually, depends on that way we clear everybody else that is going live. But since
Yeah, I was just telling my work today, I'm like, if things get like out of hand with this whole virus thing, and you guys aren't gonna shut the company down, I'm gonna leave and go on unemployment. So,
I filed for it today.
Yeah, because my kids are all home and they're going to be homeschooling, and me and my wife both work, and I don't see these kids like doing things on their own. Somebody's gonna have to be here and making sure they're doing this schoolwork, and we both work, so one of us is gonna have to do something. So I told my boss, I'm like, if things don't pan out over the next week or so, I'm probably gonna bail out and go home too. So
all right,
I'm probably gonna have a lot.
Have a good
Probably
night.
have a lot more time. So if you guys are gonna be on, I'll definitely be on too if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, we'll be on all the time. All right, guys. Well, you guys all take care in the chat. We're gonna drop off of here. It's already 12 o'clock, so
Yeah.
It's already tomorrow.
It's not like you got to go anywhere tomorrow, Mark.
very true. But
I know, right?
I still got kids home too that I got to go to school. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, you guys in YouTube land, you guys all take care. God bless, and we will see you on the next one. You guys be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel, and keep it calm. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Keep it calm and